now.
All right. What's up, man? Rod?
What's going on, man?
Hey, how's everybody?
Hey, Anthony.
Hey, it should have. Yeah, all right, here we go. We're live. Sorry, man. That was the intro right there, man. I just wanted to make sure it went right in, man. So we're up.
So let's jump right into it.
Oh, we're jumping right into it, huh?
We jump right into it.
I mean, if we're already streaming, we just got to go right in and just let people know that we are live now.
Yeah, we're live.
You know, we got Anthony, Rod, Shane, Randy, and myself, Sean, from previous week. But we got another special guest right over here, OneSixScaleMan 2029. Let's all greet him and welcome him today.
Yeah.
How you doing?
So stoked, man.
Got a bit of a show lined up. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna head right over to Big Boy Anthony up over here. He's gonna get us started with our first.
What are we talking? Oh, is this what we're talking about?
I mean,
right here? What Shane has right behind him?
Exactly.
Yeah, man. He's got that boy right there.
Dude, what are we even supposed to say about that?
Is there anything to say? I mean,
well, I mean,
it's not the release of the year. I can give you that one.
Well, it might be the worst release of the year.
Right? What's the positive on it? Any positives on it that you got?
You can
There
make
is.
it look good.
No, there is a positive. People that didn't have it now can have it.
Oh, there's that.
Yeah,
That's a
there's
positive,
that.
you know?
There's that.
Yeah. I guess. I mean, the positive is, like I said, it is available, and it's not to knock anybody who already has this figure, because I kind of feel bad for people who got it and were slightly disappointed. For those who actually got this figure, and if it panned out, if it worked out for you, if you got it and you were able to kind of maneuver around some of like the, defects, or not even the defects, but like just some of the setbacks on this figure, like congratulations. And you know what, I honestly, and like I said, I probably shouldn't even be saying it, but I kind of feel bad for Sideshow in a sense, because it's something that is memorable. Like it was probably the most talked about figure for like the last 2 weeks, like literally. Like it's just been one of those things. So I mean, I guess the upside to it is the simple fact that those of you who actually have this figure, you'll possibly get replacement pieces, and that'll work. But you know what I mean? That's I guess that's a positive.
Well, I mean, yeah, because they pushed it back now, right, to December. They cut.
Yeah.
They cut it, so they're going to try to fix the joints, but
yeah.
It's hard.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. I don't think they actually postponed it because they're gonna fix the joints at all. I just think that they, like Leo says, I think it's an unfortunate situation for Sideshow, because something that was supposed to be like the highlight of the year for them, and they let it slip through their fingers, and now it's literally the only thing people talks about.
Yeah.
And I already had the first figure. I canceled my purchase of this current one simply because I didn't trust them to fix them.
Yeah.
And I was actually right on that thing. Unfortunately, like Leo says, whoever got it and is happy with it, awesome. That's not to knock on people at all.
Yeah.
I'm happy with the one that I've got, which is the old one. It's still standing there, even with all the issues that it has. I still happy that I have it.
Right.
But again, it's just
like
unfortunate.
like Shane seems his all right, but you had a lot of problems trying to get it set up and everything, and
Well, came with tons of broken parts, and what it is I wanted a Grievous, and there's Grievous. He's standing there. That took a long time to do, but it's a lot of magic. But
ingenuity.
He's loose as all can be, and he came broken and all that stuff. But I'm not gonna have another one, and hopefully they get those replacement joints. Hopefully they're good. If they're not, well, then there's the old what do you say, the electrical tape.
Right, yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I'm not even mad.
You have to do that,
I'm not mad at people either. Like, sorry, go ahead.
And it does. I think the thing is, it's like, this is a lesson, and this is a lesson for Sideshow as a company that you don't. I mean, if really there were no intentions of putting out a piece that you claim is a, not refurbished, but I want to say like it's a completely brand new updated piece where you've updated, if you're not going to stand behind that, I think this is a lesson for them to just be 100% real with people and say, look, this is a refurbished piece, a rehash of what we released before. You're seeing it now again. If you've never had it before, you have a chance to get it. Don't set those expectations. That's the worst thing that you can actually do, is set the expectations that someone's going to get something that, is completely not different from the original, but, same body, but, maybe the parts have been updated, the pieces of, just everything has been updated about this, this, not just, don't say like, don't just update the cape itself. You know what I mean? Like that myself is like, I mean, when I hear that, I'm like, wow, like that's really, and I saw, here's the thing. I had put this up like a week ago. I was on Jetta's page, and I put it up. I was like, listen, I'm really kind of fumbling around with this, because I just had this inkling, I had this feeling, and I was like, I'm fumbling around with this. I just got my, my email update just to let me know that it's going to be charges soon. I was like, yeah, should I get it or shouldn't I? A lot of people were like, what, go ahead and get it. Just buy it, review it, and send it back. But I'm like, right. Do I want to spend $300 on a figure that isn't going to work and just send it back and go through that whole process again, when I can actually just say, you know what, let me dodge that bullet, cancel it, and just put my money towards something else that I really, really want, that I know will give me the satisfaction that I don't have to worry about any factory defects. And I just decided, to cancel it. But that wasn't to slight anybody. It was just a simple fact that me, myself, I just didn't trust it. And I'm so glad I went with my gut feeling, because like it was just horror story after horror story after horror story. And I'm like, well, I can't tell, Sideshow how bad I feel about it, because they kicked me out the group. So I'm like, you know what? I can't really tell them that.
Same.
You too.
Same, man.
Yeah. I was gutted. Yeah, they booted me out. They booted me out but hey, they did it and didn't tell me they did it. There wasn't even a warning. They just did it. But anyway, I couldn't even do that, but I kind of felt bad, because I was like, look, as a company, you never want that blemish on your record. Because then now going forward, everyone's going to look at you and they're like, you know what? I don't know if I can trust anything else from you. And
that's exactly what it is.
And the thing is, I both, and Shane, we had talked about this before. I have both the Anakin and Obi-Wan Clone Wars figures on order. Right. I couldn't I couldn't pass up on those. So I'm still giving those a chance. Right. Yeah. But everything else, I don't know. It is what it is.
Unfortunately, they keep. Unfortunately, like everything that we've seen, they seem not even to try to pretend to have fixed anything. So even for example, the base, it's still branded with the 2014.
Yeah.
So it's literally, it wasn't made now. It was literally, what are you doing?
And I canceled mine in May. Like it came out, I had it for like 2 weeks, I think, and I'm like, you know what? Nah. Yeah. I was like, nah, dude, I already see it coming, man. Well, here's the thing, like Sideshow to me, they lost my trust just as a customer, and I don't want to, I'm not trying to just shit on them as a company, because they got some good, they got pros and cons, but when I bought that Mythos Obi-Wan, I think I was one of the first when they re-released it, and got that single jointed body, and I was like, what is this? All the all the pictures are I was like, look at the box art. The cover box art is he's double jointed holding the backpack. You're selling it. And I got a hold of them, and they're like, "Well, we just decided to switch bodies." Yeah, there it is, right there. There's Shane, right there. Look at Shane. There you go.
That's the lesson that Sideshow needs to learn from this, because, like you're saying, people have the pros and cons, the hates and likes with Sideshow. But as a company who is basically relying on us as consumers for their business, for their clientele and patronage, they need to learn from their mistakes, such as their incorrect way of showing off these items, basically how they're advertising, like the Mythos Obi-Wan that you had, and like Grievous. If it's going to be something such as this is a reissue, but we're not changing anything about it, they need to be upfront and honest. I think that's one of the things as a company they need to do starting forward, is to be honest. Don't be, let's just put this out and hope no one sees it. Because let's say
because what do they think is going to happen when everybody gets it and it's broken in the box, or
that's with no tires.
And it's just unfortunate, really.
How do you need leadership to tell a company like that of this size, don't lie?
Oh, they know though. I mean, they know.
It's easy. The way to tell them to stop lying or to actually be a little bit better is don't buy from them. Stop buying from them.
Well, and that's what you were saying down, you know. Instead of trying to review it, you're just like, you vote with your wallet, you know. You're like, nah, I'm not gonna get it.
Most companies like this, they listen more to their wallet and stock option to however they look at it, but they listen more to that. We can go on any type of social media and review or talk about it. That's fine, but they're still making a buck if you get the toy and you're reviewing it.
Unfortunately,
they still got you.
But to be clear. Sorry, just real quick, just so people know, if you like the figure, like Shane loves it, right? Like, honestly, I wasn't a huge Prickle fan, but I know a lot of people are, and they want if you get enjoyment out of it, dude, that's all that matters. That's the only thing I don't like, is like, just because me personally, I'm like upset with the company, I don't like seeing other people like shit on other people because they want the figure despite it. Like Shane knew, he's like, oh man, I hope mine's all right. Well, I'm gonna do the best I can with it, you know. And that's on him. So it's like, I'm not gonna be like, don't buy that. Like, what's wrong with you? You know, that's what I don't like.
Shane is just super laid back. Like, he's super laid back. So whatever he gets, he's gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna make it work.
Right.
I'm gonna make it work.
And at the moment, it's the only Grievous that is out there. So I mean, for people who want to get a Grievous a part of their collection, like Shane, it's a great option. It's just.
Oh, Doc, thanks for the sub. Sorry, guys. Got in there.
What option it is they have? Like, it's just. It's great that they have the Grievous and they've made it, but they should just need to be honest when they make it or re-release it. It's going like, hey, for the people who missed out on the first wave, we got a great opportunity here, a great option. We got this coming out.
Yeah, but that's what was rough, because they showed that stuff live.
Yeah, and the thing is, they did my bro Guy, and like I said, Guy is really a nice guy. Like, he's a cool. They did him dirty. Like, seriously, like, to have him right out the box pose this figure, he was panicking the entire time, and it was like, yo, I know how he felt, because I'm like, yo, like, if me myself, and I'm not sure how this is gonna work. And that's the thing is, I know that for me, if I worked for that company and they had me do that live, I would have got fired that day, because I would have probably put it down and walked off the actual, set and be like, it's done, because there's just no way that I'm going to actually sit up here and lie to the consumer about a piece that does not work. Here's my thing though, and this is what's really crazy about it. Like, I'm sitting back and I'm watching this, and I was just thinking about this today. I was like, yo, all this backlash that they're getting, and people have been saying this for a while, that they do not think that Hot Toys would take the advantage of creating. I think they will. And hear me out. Hear me out, though. I think that they're watching, and they are really focused on what the fans are saying, what everybody's saying about this figure, the slip-ups that Sideshow did by releasing this. It would be the perfect opportunity for them to say, okay, let's look at the mistakes that they made, do just some type of ingenuity with a body, something perfectly fine. We'll just sit back, we'll do it, and we can release something that is top tier You know what I mean? Maybe add a bit of die cast or whatever, however you want to do it. You don't even have to have the whole body die cast. Just maybe the skeleton itself die cast, and then the plating and the armor just You could do that, but just to make sure the joints and everything is solid, they could capitalize on a mistake that Sideshow made.
Huge.
And that would be a come up for them. Not saying that they will, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But if they did that, that would be crazy. Seriously crazy.
That'd be like a K2SO or like IG11, like the half die cast even, and just make them a little bit smaller so it's kind of hidden, and then you've got the arms perfect and
perfectly fine, joints perfectly, because that K2SO, we was talking about it yesterday, that K2SO that I have is incredible. That's probably one of the best droids that I have ever had. Like literally, I love that piece. I would never give it up. So anybody out there, don't even ask, because it's not going anywhere. But I would never give it up. But it just shows how you can take your time and with patience you can you can engineer such a perfect product. It would be an opportunity for the Hot Toys to look at that mistake and say, okay, we're going to do it, but we're going to do it better, and we're going to give the consumer exactly what they want. Again,
and it would sell out like that. Like
but it would sell out like that. Yeah, it would.
Well,
absolutely.
It was Sideshow's game to lose. They had, instead of silencing everybody like Lael over there, banning them and all that kind of stuff, and not saying, getting their word out and critiques, and actually listening to them. You know what I'm saying? Instead of completely blocking it out and saying, it doesn't exist. Let's make it
that's like the two sides. That's the one, like two sides of the coin of the relationship between a consumer and the production company of whoever makes these. Like you look at Hot Toys. Hot Toys has listened to some of their fans. Like if you look at the heads that they've been shipping out previously for some of the figures, I think that it's just like what I was saying before. Hot Toys or Sideshow has an opportunity for like a massive like spike in improvement. Like if they can fix this, it would be a huge boost to them. But just like what you mentioned with Hot Toys, this is also an opportunity for them to step in. So it's just going to take time to see who steps in, who steps up to bat for something which they see there's such love for this particular character to be a part of people's collections.
That's the thing. If there was any intention, Sean, any intention at all of them to actually fix it, they wouldn't be taking all these steps to silence all the streamers and literally taking hits on all the streaming. So what they decide to do is literally, we're gonna sell this like this. We're just gonna shut up all the streamers. We're gonna sell for the people that actually don't follow streamers, and that's it.
Yeah, just like the casuals, the normies.
What they decided on,
The beginning of the conversation when, this is the second opportunity they had, when you think about it. And if they would have actually really listened, or if they had any intention on doing that, it seems like they would have done that in the first place. And I think now it really is only Hot Toys' chance at this point, because if it were up to me, obviously we know I don't collect Star Wars, but if it were up to me and Sideshow were to try this again and Hot Toys were to come out with one, I'm going Hot Toys all day, and I'm not even touching Sideshow.
Well, that's the thing. 10 out of 10. It's not even a 9 out of 10. Like 10 out of 10. If a Hot Toys comes out, you get the Hot Toys version. I don't know anybody who's like, well, I'm going to choose the Sideshow figure over the Hot Toys figure.
Sideshow survives not by doing competing with Hot Toys. Sideshow survives by doing the figures that Hot Toys doesn't want to, or for whatever reason is not doing it. Right? So that's how it survives.
But all the other stuff's great. The statues are great, and everything else they offer is great. It's just, and that's the thing.
I heard somebody.
Go ahead.
Sorry, like I heard somebody in one of the streams that I watch saying they should just say we're stopping doing 1/6 figures. If you can engineer quality figures, it's better for you to stop it. Just do statues. Done.
Well, it's gonna make or break them right there, bro. If those Clone Wars Obi-Wan and Anakin are garbage. In my opinion, because at that point it's just everybody's gonna fall off, right? I'm just cross fingers. It's good. I'm not trying to curse it, but
no. I get you. But I'm gonna give them.
You see, that's like the breaking point. There's so much tension on them right now with like what they did with the Grievous, that you're just hoping that some positivity comes out from these new figures, because for one, they look great, and it's once you like how you're saying how they do things that Hot Toys and other companies haven't done, and let's face, like, no one's really done a lot of the Clone Wars except for like the Troopers.
Well, and it looks dope. I'm not gonna lie, and
exactly.
Like it's cool having that slender animated style.
It's the last layer of trust, really, that they have.
Yeah, but I feel like you're gonna move that elbow or that body, and it's just gonna.
Yeah. I think with that, what I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt when it comes to those figures, because the thing is, it can't be as complicated. It can't be. And you know what? Here's the thing, because it's and I'm trying to play devil's advocate here.
Right.
And leave it to me to try to play devil advocate for a company that it didn't give two. It's about me. So here's the thing. Something like Grievous is extremely hard to engineer. I'm not going to lie. It is a hard piece to engineer. There is so much that goes into it. So on that note, okay, kudos for Sideshow for trying to do something like that, okay? You tried it back then. Okay, why would you try it back then, say you're going to do something totally different this time, and then don't do it? Now, here's my thing. Okay, I give you guys that you tried. You failed, but you tried. With Anakin and Obi-Wan from Clone Wars, if you do not get that right, if you don't get those, and as simple as they are, and you introduced it, and they're beautiful figures. Don't get me wrong. I love them. I cannot wait. But if you get that wrong, I guarantee you would lose the trust of about half the percentage of fans that you actually have. You will. Yeah. If you get that wrong, you will. Because people are looking at that piece, and it's a hot commodity right now. Hot Toys didn't do it. Sideshow did it, so now show improve. You made a mistake with Grievous. Own up to it. Now give us something else that you can make up for it. You know what I mean? But it's their chance to make up for it. You know what I mean? But just own it. Right now, Sideshow, just own your mistake. Don't try to basically duck and hide. Own it. You know what I mean? Just own it. And because the thing is, put it this way. What if no one said anything about the figure, about Grievous? If no one actually complained about it, if they got it and was like, okay, whatever, do you think they would have backtracked on anything?
No. That'd just
no.
They'd have let it go.
They would think they would do it. Yeah, they would have just continued doing the same level of what they've been doing with the Grievous. Yeah. So I think it's a great thing people are speaking up about it now. Yeah. Of course, there's the people that are speaking negatively against it, and there's the people that are speaking positively, because everyone has their own choices, which I think everything is perfect for. So I have no problem with people liking or disliking this figure. Yeah. It's great. It's awesome to have. It's like I have certain things that aren't the best, but I still like it because it's nice to have. But you can still question. You can still ask, hey, why did you make it this way? And are you going to fix it, or is the next figure going to learn from this mistake? Yeah. And I think, as what you're saying, is them owning to their mistake is. That's all we're asking. We're not truly trying to throw them underwater and go like, I'm no longer buying from Sideshow or getting anything from Sideshow.
Right, exactly.
It's just, as a consumer, we're asking Sideshow, can you please, step it up? Like, just fix this issue so your next figure, which everyone is ranting and raving about, is a great figure. That's all we're asking from.
Because that's better for everybody. Because but here's the thing especially with you, Sean. Like, I get it. If you like something similar to Shane or pretty much any of us, right? Like, if we like something enough, we're gonna buy it. In a lot of your stuff, you know what I mean. You have like smaller scale figures, things like that. You go on the little hunts for the all those kind of things that you like. But if Sideshow didn't sell this for $300, that's my thing. If you put this thing out for like $120, maybe $160 tops, bro, tops. But you're getting that territory.
About it. Yeah,
$300. Like,
but you're spending that price point on it. Then absolutely, you should hold them responsible for the quality of something that's that much.
Yeah, that's my biggest concern. If it was a lower priced thing. Yeah. Maybe I wouldn't be as upset having a new figure broken in the box before I even open it.
To be fair, we would. If I paid $100 for something and it's broken, I would still be pissed.
Yeah, I know. It's just the icing on top that it's a $300 figure.
Yeah, for sure. But But I mean, we try to mitigate it, saying, "Oh, it's because it's expensive," but it's not true. If it was $100, you buy something, you don't want it to come broken. That's just nuts.
That is true. It's just
right.
Just,
But like Shane and like, obviously they are getting the Obi-Wan and Anakin also getting it. And like you said, we can kind of have to give them the benefit of the doubt for that.
Yeah.
Simply because there's no other options. Decided that or not getting the figure, which is not option for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But,
and I'm willing, and that's the thing is I'm willing. It's crazy because I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
Because like I said, I mean, look, regardless of how much I may dislike the company and how it's ran, there is certain things that I still buy from them because there's nowhere else I can actually get it. I have to get it through them. So.
And they know that.
Yeah.
Like we talked about that before with. Actually, this is the very same figures, remember? And Shane I was like, yo, they can sell that Anakin and Obi-Wan for like $300, and he's like, yeah, I'll buy it. I'd still buy it.
If they sold it for $400, I would buy it too.
Yeah, that's so. And I'm not trying to say like, hey, be thankful they're not selling it for that much, because that's not that's not really the point. But the point is they've got that market. But if they keep like bumbling over these things, like you said, This is the turning point for him, I think. Like I said, for me it was Mythos Obi-Wan, so I was like, I ain't even messing with Grievous. I'm out. Like, but for like you said, a lot of people are really into the Clone Wars and the prequel trilogy. That's a huge percentage of their customers. There's some of us I mean, I like original, and I know we all like original, but like I'm more hardcore original. But their huge base is like hardcore, like prequels, Clone Wars, all that, and they're gonna piss a lot of people off, man, if it doesn't work right. Yeah, so
yeah, hardcore. Speaking, that's the thing is like I was like, you know what? I'm passing on that. I'm army building right now. I just got my clone in, like my second one in the day. So
how many? How many, Leo? How many?
Okay, so here's the thing, and I'm blaming Ryan for this one because, and I don't know if you watched the show the other night. But he put up a picture of this. It was a guy, I guess, who basically purchased, or he's 14, army building.
14, I saw that.
He had 14 of them, but the way it was the most beautiful thing that I have seen in so long. Like, it was nothing that I would even try to recapture. I mean, I just want to do it my way, but the way he did it, hats off. That shut everything down. That was to me, that was the display of the year.
I'm starting to look in that. Yeah.
Oh my God!
I'm trying to look
up front.
Yeah,
exactly.
That was the display of the year. I saw that and I was like, hats off. You did it justice. You did exactly the way I would envision it. You did it. You've done it great.
Right.
And the thing is, for me, I always stick with just the rule of 2. I'll get 2 clones and I'll just leave it at that.
So Sith all the way.
But
I mean, it works.
Yeah,
it does. It's just like right now, I'm just so impressed by him because, like I said, I got my first one. This is the second one, so I'm just trying to see what I'm going to actually do. I got the Coruscant guards on order, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
I'll tell you, the Coruscant guards are very good. They're not as good as the 501s.
There's 18.
18, he says, Max.
I bought it in reverse, so I bought the Coruscant guards. I got 4 of them.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I have a Coruscant guard, and I have a second one coming. I think, Shane. Yeah. And so, and I didn't get any 501st, but I and here's the thing, because like I said before, I'm more original trilogy, right? And it's still cool.
Me too.
Right. I still like it's Star Wars. I like it, but.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you've seen it. I've posted a lot in like Ryan's group too. I have a lot of different troopers, but they're all you know, OGs. So I was like, how am I gonna do this?
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, bro. So, all right. So I got roped into this, and I have to stick with it because I don't have a choice right now. So I got 2 of the Mandalorian, scout troopers with the speeder bikes.
Yep.
2 of them because I just like to recreate certain scenes.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Hot Toys goes ahead and releases the OG.
Bro, we talked about it last week too. I last week's stream we did. I know Shane was out of town, but I was like, I know it makes sense, right? It makes sense because I think Sean pointed it out too, and Rod, is that they have the mold. The bike's the same.
The bike's
the same. Just slap a different coat of paint on it. Now I will say though that he looks better though, in my opinion. The Trooper, I'm like,
well, yeah.
And he's got the rifle.
So are you going? Anthony, are you getting it?
Yeah, I think I'm getting more than one. I think I'm getting more than one, bro. I ain't gonna lie, yo. Because I got my Endor Leia, you know, I got Luke. I'm like,
you might as well, bro. Dude. You don't have a choice. You don't have a choice.
And then what do we have? Like with Chirrut and who else? Chirrut and then Leia with Wicket. There's three. There's three of the forest kind of bases, and then he's coming with another forest base, and you can just kind of, oh, dude. Don't get man, bro. I was just like, man.
I just hope, my hope is that Hot Toys sees this, that they're giving out, in spurts, a lot of OG love. You need to go back and start doing that again, because people will buy it.
Eat it up. Where's Lando, bro? Yeah. Where is Lando?
Like, but then we're gonna get into our talk that we had last week about reissues.
Well, no, we're not even looking at the reissue though. It's just like. No. Like Lando's been posted forever. He's got to be coming soon.
Well, we're talking about that. I'm talking about the Lando now, because the Lando I actually paid off. I'm waiting for that. As soon as that's actually released, you know what I mean. They've teased us with, Bespin Han. They've teased us with Bespin Luke. You know what I mean. Like what? Look, if they're there and there's the demand for it, and people will get it. Like what's up?
But that's the thing.
This is what I got as a stand-in.
But
right? You got that as a stand there, right?
Only you. Only
it works. It works.
I think that's one of the issues that we talked about in regards to the reissue issue, which is literally when you talk about collectibles. I'm against reissues. Okay, I'm totally against reissues. I started collecting only 2 years ago, so I lost a lot of things before.
Yeah, but we got to pause on that for a minute, because he's only been collecting 2 years, and you have how many Hot Toys?
243.
Woo!
243, dude.
Wow.
For 2 years, I mean, okay, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm there with you, but it took me, like I started collecting Hot Toys back in 2014, 2015.
Oh, I wish.
That's wild.
And that was basically then. So I've built my way up to that, and then I was strictly sticking towards Star Wars. Star Wars has always been my first love, so I was sticking there. But then again, I'm a comic book collector as well, and I love Marvel, I love DC. Yep. So it's hard for people like me to stick to just one IP.
All of us, I think, right? Well, maybe not. Maybe not Rod. Rod's really more Star Wars, but
I understand. But mine is sorry, mine is mainly Star Wars. Okay.
Yeah.
I've got maybe 20, 30, which are like movies and stuff. So the rest is all Star Wars. I had to go back and get all the clones from Sideshow.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't have not have the clones, so now I've got all the clones. Mm-hmm. So I'm against reissue. I think if you want to reissue anything, just reissue with a different thing. Just put an extra weapon. Just put an extra anything. Then it's fine.
Something to entice it to be a not just reissue the figure, but to reissue something that goes along with it to make it its own part of the line of Hot Toys. Exactly, because the thing is, if you're a collector, and you treat the figures as collectibles, not toys, you, of course, let's say you paid over the price because that was the only one that was missing in your collection, right? And then, like it happened with the Iron Man, the guy paid $1,000, and 2 days later, Hot Toys said that they were going to re-release that thing.
Oh,
the War Machine.
Yeah, literally 2 days later, the guy literally paid $1,000, and then 2 days later, Hot Toys he issued the thing. It's not fair with the collector,
and it's not, and that's kind of where I'm at in the collecting world too, because like I looked same thing. I was looking at that War Machine Mark 1 forever because I missed it. I'm like, dude, I'm not dropping $900 on a War Machine, or 800 or 700,
Yeah.
But then, you start seeing it, so I know it's hard to say because in my head, it's starting to overwrite my thought patterns now with Hot Toys, where I'm like, they're gonna reissue it. I'm just gonna wait. You know, because
like
that's what they've been doing lately.
They're going to reissue it, so you're like, you know what? I don't have to put my chips into something like this. I can just wait, and once it comes around, because like that's the way I was about the Mark V. I wanted that so bad. That is, the Mark V is my favorite armor of all time. Now, that's without saying the OG. If we go back to comics, of course, the comics OG armor. But what I'm talking about, cinematic universe, the Mark V is my favorite armor. And I thought, and the thing is, when you see it, you know, through different, like right now, like it was worth like what? Like it was over $1,000 that they, you know, people now. When Hot Toys re-released that, I jumped on it quick. I was like, "There is no way I'm missing out on this piece." But it is. It's like, yo. Now here's the thing for me. I've trained myself not, because the thing is, it's like I don't have the intentions unless I necessarily have to. None of these figures are actually for sale. It's not. I'm not selling anything. If I want it, it's because of sentimental value. It means something to me. It's pure nostalgia. So I'm not in it for the market. That's just me. You know what I mean? Right. But at the same time, I know how it would feel for the average collector, someone who basically does collect, and they look at the marketplace. They do look at, you know, so I understand that and how it would make them feel. It's just that right now, this is a lesson for everybody. Know that no matter what figure you get, and I don't care, it could be a figure that you'll probably say, you know, they'll never reissue it. Yeah. Don't think that way, because it's a possibility that they'll do it now. You know, if they've done it before, they'll do it again.
You're totally right with this, and when I say I totally understand, especially with the collectors that love the IP, and they actually, like you said, I always wanted this, and for whatever reason, the person doesn't have the money to buy that, and I totally understand Hot Toys releasing it again, so these people can actually get these. I understand that. But you don't have to do it exactly the same.
Exactly.
You just offer like an extra base.
Well, hey, that's what I was saying with the perfect solution. Well, right? Yeah, everybody's got so many. I have so many Grogu's already. I'm just like, dude, I don't need any more Grogu's.
Give them a different face, and said like with OG War Machine, don't release it with the Don Cheeto. With the Don Cheeto. Don't release it with the one that did the first War Machine. Yeah,
I know his name, and I forgot it.
You're talking about
the first actor,
right? Empire. He's in Empire.
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Release OG War Machine with Terrence Howard. Release it with a Don Cheadle face, because now he's the official War Machine in the MCU.
Yeah, they could do, but they have that band on there that straight says reissue, so it's like
license-wise.
Yeah, license-wise. But I'll tell you, this is, and I said this before to everybody, and this is how it should be, in my opinion. Oh, he's over there somewhere. Right there. My OG Short Trooper with this 3D printed Short Trooper helmet. But
there you go, that a little bit more, yeah.
Well, we've got 2 Short Troopers coming, and it's not a reissue, but it's like a reissue. So that's what I think they need to do, because mine's still going to hold value because he's the captain. And now you're getting a Short Trooper that people couldn't get before. I know they're different. I know, right? Exactly. But they're the same. But they're not. But you know what I mean? Right.
Build-wise, yes, but visually, aesthetically, they're different. So therefore, it is a different character, a different figure in the collection.
Yeah. Well, the other one has the skirt. He's got the half blue instead of the full blue, and then you've got your grunt.
So let's say me as the collector I got 3 Short Troopers. Okay, 3 from the original ones. I still want the new ones. I will buy the new ones.
Oh yeah, I will too. I'm gonna have a whole little Short Trooper squad.
Right.
Like facts, bro. That's happening. That's happening,
bro. We are. Listen, for those of us who are Star Wars collectors, that's the thing about us, bro. If we love Star Wars, bro, you can put out 4 lump and we'll basically collect them. We'll collect anything that is Star Wars related, because that's how much we are devoted to the IP. Okay, and I understand exactly what you're saying as far as re-releases. You know, and if you're going to re-release the figure, do something totally different, you know, add like, you know, just, you know, whatever. And I get it. I guess what they're basically looking at, and here's the thing, and this is why we constantly get Iron Man re-releases. They are milking that license that they have with Robert Downey Jr., especially when it comes to his likeness. They're going to milk that until they can't milk it anymore, bro.
It'll never happen.
Exactly,
it'll never happen. They have so many Iron Mans, they'll just, all right, we reissued 85 of them or whatever. Let's go back to this.
And they're just going to continue to re-release those things. Now, if they do some re-releases for Star Wars, I don't mind, because there's a lot of there might be certain pieces. Like, listen, there's one figure that I don't have that I need and I missed out on, and it pisses me off till this day, is that I didn't actually get. Shane, remember, I think we talked about this. I missed out on Leia New Hope.
Oh,
that tore me apart, because you know what? It was on Sideshow. It was up on Sideshow, and I passed up on it. It was on Sideshow until the day that she passed away. And when she passed away, I was like, "Oh, let me just go." And as soon as I went in, it was gone.
But but again, that's the thing. So, for example, I started collecting like only 2 years. Like I told you, I had 2 Leia's New Hope, 2 Hoth ones. I literally sold them for like retail price afterwards.
You had two. You had 2 New Hope.
Yeah.
We are not friends anymore.
He has
Rod.
2 of everything.
I just met you, and I am not your friend anymore.
I knew you needed that.
I know, but that's the problem. He's in New Zealand, so the shipping is insane. Like, we tried doing it. I have a heavy Mando. He can't buy a heavy Mando at a reasonable price out there.
For the life of him, yeah.
I believe it.
And I have one just sitting here in the closet, just sitting there, and it's like $200 and something to ship it to him.
But anyway, let's talk about your Leia A New Hope, okay? Let's say they release the Leia A New Hope with a different base. Would that affect you?
No.
Would you buy it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would buy it too, and I wouldn't be pissed. Yeah. What I'm saying is that why would you re-release something if you could change something, even if it's like the
if you can change a minor thing, if you can even add something, like add something, whatever. Anything. Even release her with the actual disc this time. Give her the disc, something like that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that would just be normal.
Different.
Like, just a little different, like something like that. Yeah.
Well, even bodies. You got to think about bodies too, right? Because I mean,
or exactly re-release her and give her the actual give her like the not the probe droid. But the give her the
torture droid.
Give her or release her with that one. You know what I mean? You could as a 2-pack. So
or bundle her with like an R2 or something.
Exactly.
With the hologram to me, it's unacceptable for them to just re-release something. If it was $50, that'd be fine. But it's over $300.
Well, and I get it. Like with dude, totally just lost my train of thought there. With the reissue part, but like, dude, I lost it.
Sorry,
I lost it. You had me. You lost it. I was thinking about it with the Leia, and I completely the body. Like, if the body's new, because like First Avenger Cap, right? I've had him for he's 10 years old, and the figure's kind of not that great. So if they were to reissue, let's say just First Avenger Cap, but had an upgraded body,
and
maybe a head sculpt, just something like that. I'm cool with that. That's not a straight reissue, and I get where you're coming from too, Rod. But at the same time, it's like, and I know you're not in it like that. Just like Leo, just like me, we're not in it for the money, right? It's not like if you look at it like an investment. I know a lot of people do because. It's just instinctive. They're like, damn, I'm dropping $300. What if money comes tight and I want to like?
We don't care about the money because, like I always said, none of mine are actually for sale. I only sell the things that I actually, for example, purchase for a mistake or like to be on the safe side or the 2 or 3 or whatever.
Yeah. Or the Scarlet Spider.
So exactly. So the fact is, it's not about the money now, right now. But for example, let's say you want to move on from the IP. Not in my case, but let's say you started with DC. Now you want to move on to Marvel. One of the only attractiveness of Hot Toys is that it doesn't lose value. You can just
you're still gonna hit retail minus a handful of figures.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At minimal. At
for
minimum.
people like you that collect them in a way where they're in near, like almost near or in good condition, where it is you're still gonna be able to get your money back in full or more.
Yeah, the problem is collecting backwards.
You may not think about it based on it, but
Sean, you're only able
never
to get
gonna lose
more.
that.
You only be able to get more if there's no reissue. If there's a reissue, you're never going to be able to get anything more than retail.
Right.
Well,
Even if it's something from 10 years ago that you kept pristine.
Yeah, but
here's
kind of the thing though
like,
too.
Like
which
other things out there, it's actually not a bad thing to be able to get retail back. There's figures and items that you'll be losing if you try to resell, even if it's in good condition. You'll be like, that's like super old and it's open. No, like I'll give you like maybe even half or a quarter what it used to cost. Hot Toys,
but they're not $300.
Right, they hold Hot Toys will hold their value, but it's like
that's the thing is you're not still going to be losing value over time like other things do.
No, you'll hit your retail. I mean, except maybe like some first order stormtroopers or
the difference from
things
a
like
collectible
that, you know,
to a regular thing is that the collectible increases in value normally, right?
Yeah.
The collectible usually increases in value simply because usually they are not unlimited rolls. So usually there's a roll of printing of the toys, and they move on to other toys because you don't have a factory that keeps pumping up, let's say, Han for like 10 years in a row. They need to move on to other IPs and to other figures, so that will have to stop at some point.
Well, eventually,
So
I see what you're saying.
number.
Yeah, but we're in this whole Disney era now. I mean, that's really what it is, right? I mean, because you got your Marvels and your Star Wars, and then occasionally we're getting some DC peppered in there. But like all the movie stuff, I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe we're getting that Back to the Future ones.
Anthony, let's move on from
reissues.
Otherwise, you're never gonna leave this.
Oh yeah, I know.
Tonight.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like with the Hulk, right? Like we have the new this. I mean, I don't know though. To be honest with you, like I don't know if I'm gonna get this one, but I missed Hulks. But this is not. I mean, for me, it's not for me, yo.
It's not Hulk. It's just big green, bruised, swollen Mark Ruffalo.
So I really like this iteration of Hulk for some reason. So I'm actually probably going to get this one.
Yeah.
See, that's cool. Like if the people like it, and I mean, Hot Toys did a great job, and they updated the sculpt, and I'll give them that.
Yeah.
Like for movie accurate, this is a great figure.
Who's not getting it?
All right.
I'm not.
Raise your
I'm
hand.
not
Who's not
getting it.
getting it?
Yeah, I passed. The thing is, I passed on it for a totally different reason, because I don't like the inaccuracies of his portrayal in the film.
Yeah,
that's why I'm passing on it.
So
I'm not getting it.
So the thing is like, to take that nostalgia from us as fans when it comes to the Hulk, one of the most powerful beings ever created in the Marvel universe, you know what I mean? And this was something, it was even a figure or character that was near and dear to Stan Lee, you know what I mean? To take that value of that figure and just in how he was portrayed on camera, how they did it in those two films, to me it just felt like the Russo brothers just completely shitted on that character.
Yeah, they neutered him.
They neutered him, like seriously, like he had, and they had every opportunity to redeem him in the second film, and they did it. I get it that they actually had to use it as a vehicle to kind of amp up. Okay, I get that, but to say that he can't heal, that he would never heal from that. No, come on. And then to give us that, it was just, for me, it wasn't because, I'm not saying that the figure doesn't look good. I'm just can't stand for something that really, if you're the treatment of the figure and the character on film, as opposed to how I grew up with this character in comics.
Exactly.
No.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, he looks great. That's all I'm saying from a Hot Toys perspective. He looks great. They took the movie Hulk and they recreated him like to a T. But so the issue's not with the Hot Toy, it's what they did to Hulk that makes me not want to buy it. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't Professor Hulk, you know. That's not like he should have been
and even
know,
Professor Hulk in the books, bro. He was no slouch.
No, he used everything. Growing up reading him in the Professor Hulk storylines.
Yes.
Which I think, to me, I loved those storylines because it was a way for both of them, basically, if you know how Hulk works.
Yeah.
There was a balance, and he was like true using everything he had, his mental strengths, his physical strengths. Like just like you're saying, I'm not going to get the figure because of how he was utilized in the movies.
Yeah.
He wasn't like, okay, now I got like the strength and this mind to boot. Use me. I can handle this. Like, don't put me to the sidelines, which he was fine. He was like, okay, I'm just still going to be, he's just like, he's still in the mindset of puny Banner. Like, I'm smart. I'm going to stay over here in the, in the lab and do everything instead of being out on the field like Tony. Tony's super smart, but he's out there.
Yeah.
Professor Hulk should have been in the front lines. He should have been there. He should have he should have been a key character in the plot line anyways.
Yes.
And one of the things, it's small, but I did not like that he's Hulk. He's Hulk size. But they still kept Mark Ruffalo, Bruce Banner voice. Yeah. To me, yes, he has more of an intellect and he can talk, which is great. But still keep the voice. So the Hulk voice that he had in Ragnarok, use that, keep that tone and modulation. But give him more of an intelligence behind it, then I would feel that would flush out the character more. Yeah. There was a separation for me when it came to how he portrayed him and how he sounded. It just didn't seem like he was balanced as Hulk and Bruce Banner. And that's why I don't like the figure looks great, but I don't have that attachment. I don't look at that figure and go, I want that. If I look at OG Avengers Hulk or Ragnarok Hulk, which is oh my God,
phenomenal,
I go, I want that. Like that right there immediately jumps out at you. This one, not so much.
For me. I mean, Randy, you like it. I know there's other people that do like it, so that's that's awesome. And
that's cool because, like I said, it's a beautiful looking figure. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking away from the figure. It looks great. You know what I mean? And if I cannot support with the Russo brothers. And there's a story behind why they did that as well.
I think there is a major rights because Universal still has the rights.
Because Universal has it, and there was nothing that they can actually do. And so because of that. Yeah, like it was a lot and reasons why. Well, Mark Ruffalo basically he teased that we're going to see the iteration of Hulk coming soon, whether it's in She-Hulk, the Disney Plus series itself, or if it's in a totally different, IP coming. I'm not really sure, but at the same time,
they have that She-Hulk. They're going to plan on using the Hulk. I don't want to say Hulkverse, but you know how like Spider-Man has his own unique interaction with characters within the MCU. Yeah. Now that we're getting She-Hulk, that's probably going to open up a world of Hulk interactions with their characters or the Gamma characters in that world, anyways. And I can't wait to see what they do with it because I loved like the Hulk families within like how he interacted with people in the comics of with Thunderbolt Ross, and if they were able to actually bring Betty back into MCU and stuff like that, because he has a great story. Yeah, his character is a very hurt and hunted character. They need to find the right way to introduce that back into where us as Hulk fans will actually be attached and connect with it. Well,
exactly. Hold on a second, guys. I didn't see Dante's here. What's up, bud? We got Dante, man of Hot Collectibles. Hey. What's up, bud? What's cracking? I don't know if you've met everybody, but everybody.
Yeah, I was actually watching you guys while I was editing my video. So
okay, nice. I know what you're saying. You're doing a video.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
That's man of Hot with the forbidden. He has the forbidden voice. He has the forbidden slang, bro. Like that's like a lady. That's like a one lady. He's like a ladies' man, bro.
Yeah, man. We were just talking about the Professor Hulk, and I know you have him. I saw you got it coming and everything, but I just we're like kind of a pass. I mean, just for that. I mean, the figure looks great, but
you'll be surprised. It's actually pretty good. I actually just wrapped up the review. I just got it, and it is actually a pretty good figure. I was impressed. I think it was a huge improvement from the prototype. You know, when you saw the first pictures, it was kind of like eh. But then they decided to upgrade the head sculpt, which is something that we're probably gonna see a lot of more often than
Changes.
we think. A lot of changes, because remember, you guys, what happened with the Mark 85, right?
Yeah, I think that's really just started all that.
All the fight, all the complaints, and it actually got bad in Asia. A lot of complaints and everything. That's what I was told, and that's the reason why Hot Toys put a statement and decided to upgrade the head sculpt, and you know the story, right?
Yeah.
So if you notice, right, every prototype that they've been announcing, not all of them, but some of them, like for example Wanda, right? They upgraded the head sculpt.
Yeah, they did.
Now with Mysterio, they added the head sculpt. They thought about it. The actual head sculpt is actually pretty good. Then for the Hulk, they did exactly the same thing. Towards the release, they send you the upgrade. So I think they are paying attention. They're listening. More important, they're listening to us.
Well, speaking of that, because I know Rod was pulling this up. What do you guys think of these sculpts here for the new ones?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Especially Wing Che, like looks so realistic.
This I waited, and anybody who knows, I am a OG Shang-Chi fan. And to finally see this played out on screen, like seriously, I almost teared up yesterday in the theater. That's how great. If you haven't seen this movie, this is probably one of the best MCU films I have ever effing seen.
Really?
Is it really that? I mean, because we haven't seen it yet either. But
listen, it is probably literally one of the best MCU films I have actually seen. It is that phenomenal. And the thing is, I thought the hype behind it, and everybody was like, okay, look, I have to see it for myself because I'm a true Shang-Chi fan. They did this character justice. They did the IP justice. And it was so nice, and it let me know that Hot Toys really has confidence in these characters. For them to release it before the film dropped the way they did, I'm glad they did that. These head sculpts are perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
Yep.
Because I was tripping too. I was like, wow, they already showed it before the movie
It
came
looked like
out.
a photo, almost. It looked like it was like a promo
photo.
photo for the movie.
It did. It did. But the only thing that I'm afraid of, and this is what I always tell people about, and I don't even mind the exposed joints. I don't care about that because I'm glad with this figure, especially what you would need to do with it. I'm glad they did it this way because
you need the posability.
I don't want the seamless arms. I don't want that headache. My thing is, as much as I love these head sculpts, I have to keep reminding myself they are prototype. They are prototype. They are prototype. So I'm really, really reserved until we get the release. Once we get down to production, if it holds up, or even if they improve it, I don't know how you can improve on this because this is incredible.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
But if they do it, it was funny because me and my fiance were on our way home yesterday, and after watching the film, and she was blown away, and that's why we're going to take the kids to go see it in a few here. But she was blown away by it so much. I was like, listen, I was like, yeah, the figures are out. She's like, did you pre-order it? I was like, no, I didn't yet. She was like, what? So that's like literally like, nice. I was like, all right, babe, I got this. Don't worry about it. I just had to see it first just so I was on board with it. But
right, because you don't know, but now after you've seen it.
Oh my God, listen, I cannot have the way they did this film. This is now, I think this to me is the start of the next phase. Watching this film is the start of the next phase. Get past them, and the thing is, I even like Black Widow. Don't get me wrong, but get past that. This is the start of the next phase. This is where MCU is about to take it. They're about to take you on a trip. But them doing it, and Hot Toys, the way they did these figures, bar none. These are probably two of the best head sculpts I have seen in a while. I love it, and I cannot wait. Look at her down there laughing right now. I see you laughing. She up there laughing because she knows. I see her laughing. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I can't tell you how much I enjoyed it, and I cannot wait for these figures to be released. This is Hot Toys saying, and the prices are good. Like, it's not, they're not horribly priced, and it's just letting me know that unlike some companies, Sideshow, Hot Toys is basically listening. They know that we are out there. It's taking them a while, but they are listening. Like, okay, listen, we hear you. We'll try to make up for certain things. They gave us a good head sculpt. It's reasonably priced. So let's go. Let's go.
And I haven't seen it yet either, but I'm already on board just because just the way it looks. You know, I was like, dude, these guys are great.
I was already on it because it's Shang-Chi. I used to call it Shang-Chi. 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 And also the fact that, you know, he changes his name to my name in the movie. But and I like it's Marvel, like Hollywood Kung Fu. I saw the little demo tape that they released that the stunt team was doing for the fight scenes, and I was like immediately like, I'm done. Like, it's clicking all the fandoms from Marvel and Kung Fu and all the best things. So like, I think it is going to be where most people are going to consider it the next phase. Like, it's going to show us what they're planning, like what's coming along, like what other characters are going to come that you weren't expecting.
Hey, I'm telling you, I know without segueing too much, I just want X-Men. You give me my X-Men.
But listen, and you know what?
We good.
Here's my thing. They are taking their time, and I am so glad they are doing it. They are taking their time, and I'm so glad. And the thing is, I'm just going to say it right here. If for anybody who knows the true story of the Eternals, here's the opportunity, and it's the opportunity for us to see what's to come and how they can introduce it. I don't want you to show us who they are, but I just want you to give us the science behind why they exist. And I think that with the Eternals, we will actually see it. So just wait. But listen, guys, I gotta head out. But if you guys are you doing this next Friday?
Yeah, we'll do them. I mean, if it works for everybody on Fridays, we'll do them Fridays.
If you're here next Friday, I will be back. I'll be on. I don't have anything going on next Friday, so if y'all game, I'm game. I'll be back here with you guys.
I'd love it. Yeah,
send me a little shout out, and I'll basically be here. But like I said, I know she's up there waiting. So
you
guys, man. I can't wait. I'll see you, my man Shane. I'm working on it, bro. You see me? You see me?
Yeah, you see me, right?
I'm working on it, bro. All right, man. I see you. Love you guys.
All right, buddy. You too, man. It's good having you here, man.
All right, thank you, bro.
All right, enjoy the movie again. That was awesome. All right, I know I want to go see that too. So
I mean, you and I were talking about that when we watched that trailer. Like, as soon as they mentioned something at the beginning, you and I just looked at each other and we're like, that's got to be it.
Yeah.
Remember, like, there was a moment in there where it clicked with us, like, knowing our Marvel history. We're like, this is the movie we have to see.
I have to tell you guys that's unfortunate. I literally just bought these two now, and I'm gonna have to go back into Marvel, and that's.
Oh, you just opened the rabbit hole, bro. Rod only has Star Wars.
But good,
no, we're sorry, but you know that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna see those pictures come up, and you're just like, yes.
Yeah, literally.
They look so well done. They're so lifelike.
But we're gonna have a while. Like Dante, I know you're gonna get them too, of course. But
Marvel from now on. So.
Yeah, I was actually very, like, when I saw those prototypes, I was like, damn, this is actually pretty good. It's really rare that the Hot Toys produces something like that wow effect. So like from the get go, you know, from the beginning. So I was very happy with that. I haven't seen the movie yet. I'm gonna watch it.
Right.
But yeah, those guys look beautiful, man. Like I was like, wow. I thought it was just a picture from the movie.
Right. Yeah.
But then when I look closer, I was like, wait a second, this is the actual figure. Wow, it was actually pretty good. I think somebody also did a comparison, very nicely done, with half of the real life face and then the head sculpt. Yeah. And it was actually pretty good.
They're very good. They're very good.
I can't wait to watch that one though. So
and I know
I was thinking, well, please don't say anything else, man. Don't spoil it.
I know. So I was like, hey, don't say anything because none of us have seen it either yet. And I'm like,
the only one that's seen it. So
Yeah, I think Leo's the only one that saw it, so I was like, oh, and that's where he's going right now. He'll have to go see it again. So
you see, I'm more into Star Wars. I mean, I follow Marvel, obviously. You know, I've seen all the movies and everything. You know, I'm not like a super hardcore, like that knows the you know, all the names, all the characters, like the comic books and all that. I'm not, but I watch pretty much all the movies. You know, that's basically what I do, watching the movies. But Star Wars, I think I know a little more. You know, but yeah, that one I want to see. Hopefully, maybe next weekend, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't wait for those figures, man.
And that's what's hard too with the internet, right? Because they're doing a 45-day wait before they release it on Disney Plus, and
yeah.
Oh, is it gonna be on
I'm not going to last 45 days on the internet.
Yeah.
Bro,
okay.
Someone's gonna spoil it.
With social media and everything, it's gonna be ruined. And like, literally, I'm amazed that it hasn't been ruined for you already. Like every time when I'm scrolling through all my feeds, I'm just going back. Or
well,
like
most of the groups like
like
that we're in is like a no spoiler policy.
Yeah. You guys need to remember that like a third of the world is actually in lockdown. That's why we need to have like Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Now that Sean mentioned that about the scrolling piece and all that, when The Force Awakens came out, I actually bought my tickets for I think it was the first weekend. It came on a Tuesday. I don't remember. It was one on a weekday. And I was saying, okay, I'm gonna stay away from social media because I don't want any spoilers. I want to wait until I go to the freaking movies. I don't know what I did. I just went to my Facebook or Instagram and somebody put Han Solo died.
Dude.
When I saw that,
I got you beat.
Like,
I got you beat.
They actually got the picture of Han Solo. Like somebody took it from the movies, and I was like so pissed. I was like, that was the worst. Like because I was expecting this movie. I was expecting this movie I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I was like,
we're finally getting like a continuation, and
yeah. And
no, it happened to me too.
Man, I was so pissed. And then obviously when that happened, I was like, because I knew it was gonna happen because I saw it. Right.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to see it.
See, I didn't see it, but
I couldn't just go back in time and just
Google got me, man. I was at home. I hadn't seen the movie yet, and I was Googling something. I shit you not, and I started typing something in Google. I was like, how does? I said something like how does, and the autocomplete was like, how does Han Solo die? And I was like, he doesn't die. And I'm like, the movie's out, and I'm like, oh my god, really? And then sure enough, I watched the movie. I'm like, come on, Google, what's up, man?
Yeah,
I was just trying to search for something, and
I just bought my ticket to Shang-Chi.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Go.
No, you can't wait.
See you, Randy.
You going tonight?
Yeah, it's 8:40 here. 8:40 right now.
Where are you guys? In what part of the country?
I'm in New Hampshire. I'm in the East Coast, New England.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Sean and I are over in Arizona. So I think we're 3 hours ahead or something. We're 2 or 3 behind.
I'm 2 hours from the East Coast. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in Jersey, so.
Okay.
And I'm in New Zealand, so I'm in New Zealand, so
he's far.
Oh, you're in New Zealand. Oh wow. Okay, the other part of the world. Yeah, in Jersey. We got it back yesterday though, like with the storm. That was a couple of days ago.
I was hearing about that.
Yeah, I got water in my basement and everything. But it wasn't that bad. All my neighbors got flooded, man, to like the basement to the ceiling. It was horrible. And we are not in a flood zone at all. So just picture that. All my neighbors, man, like taking the stuff out. It was really bad. So my prayers to everyone who.
Hope everybody's gonna be all right.
It was really, I mean, I out of everyone, I was the luckiest one, man. I got some water, but it wasn't that bad. You know, a few boxes damaged, whatever. Nothing. The
more important thing, the collection is safe, right?
Oh, it's safe. Yeah, I have it in the first floor. Yeah, I have the boxes down in the basement though, but I have a small little room that it has like a step, so the water was underneath, so it didn't touch the boxes at all.
Oh, that's good. Priorities, right? Priorities.
Yeah, dude, I was in one of our groups. They had that. I don't remember who it was, but they took a picture of their house, and they were like, he's like, all my hot toys are okay. But all the boxes are ruined, and I was like, well, at least you're okay, and your hot toys are okay. But yeah, so I was all flooded and messed up. I was like, oh wow.
And then a few groups for their comics, their their boxes.
Comics is the worst. Yeah, yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
I saw some of those pictures and I cringed because of the books that I have, and I'm just that would be awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel you, Max Geekdom. Yeah, we are also in lockdown here in New Zealand, so I understand. We also can't watch the movie.
No.
Oh, wait, you can't?
I know,
No,
and that's the thing.
We're in
like,
lockdown, so no.
Yeah, and you guys are like, what? Are you guys like locked down like indefinitely?
45 days.
Sorry, one at a time.
What'd you say, Sean? Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just saying. So your lockdown is like kind of just like indefinite right now, right? There's no.
No, our lockdown it's actually going towards opening up. It's not like the Australian one.
Okay, because I'm not too sure either. Because I know there's a lot of people that know that are like that. That there's like, well, we don't really know when we're gonna not be locked down.
We're moving towards opening, so it should open in a couple of weeks.
Okay,
but not the whole country. The biggest city is still locked down, like lockdown total.
They're just gonna open little areas at a time.
No,
not all at once.
All the country is the same. We're in level 3 right now, except for the biggest city, which is in level 4, which is everything closed down.
Okay.
Well, jeez.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm just curious, Dante. I know. Are you you're grabbing Venom, right?
Yeah, it's coming next week.
Okay, yeah, because mine should be here next week too. Rod, do you have that? Actually, we can pull it up. I mean, have you guys seen that? Because I put a video up yesterday, on it. But I'm just like, dude, I didn't think it was coming until like June, July next year. Yep. So they just totally, they blew me away. I mean, and it sucks. I know, again, it's the same thing. It's, it's Hot Toys doing movie accurate, so I can't blame them. But I really wish we had, the spider logo.
Comic.
Yeah, I know comic, but it's not. It's movie, and I get it. But dude, like, this figure looks awesome.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing that it looks like in my mind is missing. Is just that white spider logo. But other than that, it's an amazing figure. Like down to the detail of just the symbiotes, the eyes, the teeth, the tongue. It looks amazing. How the eyes are glossed over, like they clearly are like in like it's amazing.
A question for somebody that actually doesn't collect Marvel as much. Dante, what do you think about it? Because I don't collect Marvel normally. I only collect Star Wars. But what do you think?
What I think? Well, I mean, it looks good. I have to kind of actually I started watching Anthony's video, but then I stopped watching because I usually don't watch any reviews before doing my review, just so I don't I'm not biased or anything. I just want to have the first experience.
Yeah.
Which is totally
but
I agree.
I started like watching it. I'm like, oh wow, this looks good. Let me stop now. I actually told Anthony that I couldn't watch anything else because that's what I do. But yeah, I mean, it does look nice. I saw a few pictures out there, the final version. But it was funny because I was talking to my friend Easy Company Collectibles the other day. Oh, that was yesterday, I think, or early today. I don't remember. But is another movie coming out? Another Venom movie coming out?
Yeah, the Will Be Carnage one should be.
I can't wait.
So I think that's the reason why they pushed this release.
Yeah, they pushed it for the hype. I'm sure.
Because probably the second version is gonna have the logo. So that's what they did.
Maybe.
That's what we're talking about.
I don't know though. How are they gonna do that?
Should I wait? Or should I just
now I'm waiting.
Because think about it, right?
If the logo means Spider-Man, so that's the thing that we're like Anthony and I know, like would be as.
Yeah, that's the hard part. If they gotta have the Spider-Man
logo
stuff
means he has a connection to a spider because that's why it's a spider. So that would be great and all, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, it would be awesome, but I think that it would have to be its own movie. It would have to be a movie on the interaction between those two.
Right.
Probably like when they first meet in this world.
Yeah, that would be.
I mean, like when the multiverse finally does its thing, like maybe Eddie loses the symbiote and the symbiote finds Peter. And that whole thing starts over. So the origin of Venom may be a little different. That Eddie had Venom first, but I mean, we'll see. But the second one, I mean, yeah, like what we've seen in the hot toy of Venom that just got released to help the hype. If this hot toy is going to have that much detail and quality, just imagine what possibility the next one would be.
Yeah, well, and Carnage too.
And
we're gonna have a Carnage,
that's what I'm talking
so
about. We're gonna have that Carnage, and that's just gonna like if it's on the same level or better, it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, and I'm cool with that.
Price point on the Venom was what?
I'm definitely gonna go down this road.
I think a lot of people are going to go down this road because there hasn't really been really good Venom or like just symbiote figures out there. There's a couple that are okay, but nothing as like as detailed as that.
Yeah, and he's big too.
Yeah,
he's a big guy.
Big guy.
Yeah. So I want to try to. I just can't decide what Spider-Man to pose him with right now, but I'm definitely going to do something where I'm going to have him like hunched over like on top of him, And then Spider-Man's just like wrecked. You could do that too. You could have this weird, multiple Spider-Mans fighting him, weird multiverse thing. But I just kind of want that classic Spider-Man versus Venom. Like that's just what I grew up with, And it's and then later the whole Maximum Carnage arc and everything, and
you get Carnage, Shriek, and all the other ones, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
So we'll see, but you're probably right because, like I said, that was going to be like an early mid 2022 release, and then all of a sudden it's here, and the movie's right around the corner. So
it's a promotional move.
Yeah, well, that and they're gonna have some stuff,
Yeah,
they're gonna have some stuff. Are you talking about the Spider-Man, Randy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
we didn't last time at all. I know
that is true. I mean. The Spider-Man trailer, obviously we all probably seen that. So
I have a feeling that we're probably gonna see some type of announcement for Doc Ock.
That's the thing, because we've got the Toys era one, right? Is that what it was?
Right, because we already got the tease, right? But no, by this one by Hot Toys.
Right. So like a real Hot Toys one.
Pretty good too. I like that one too. I actually picked it up because I like the character. So for the Hot Toys, I think I'm very excited to see what they're gonna do for that, because they're gonna have a bunch of characters.
There's so much that hopefully they give us that opportunity to see all of them.
Oh yeah. I agree. And we don't know everybody yet, but I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot more people in that movie.
The meme is best for all of us, where it's like it shows like a speck of dust, and it's like, oh, look who it is, and it's trying to name as many people as you can.
The problem is what is Hot Toys gonna do? Like if I don't think we're gonna have like a full Sinister Six in the movie. Are they gonna have all these other people? Are we gonna see the other Spider-Mans? Like, okay, let's say all that happens. Those are all like must-have figures.
This could be a 3. They could make this a series.
But so is Hot Toys gonna crank out like 10 figures from this movie if that happens? I mean,
it's possible with how long they take to release them. I don't see it.
Would it shock you?
No, I feel like their hands are kind of full though at the same time. So if they do it, it's going to be over the course of 3-4 years.
When it comes to Spider-Man, though, they have all the bodies. So like the only real different body out of that is the upgrade suit, and that's because the joints on that one's a lot better. They lock into actual place.
Yeah, they're like ratcheted.
So that's the only, but they have the bodies, they have the head sculpt if it's going to be Tom Holland. They obviously still have the Garfield sculpt. A Toby wouldn't be too hard to do. And then the suits, it's just a quick change when you think about it. They could pump those out fast.
Yeah. But I mean, as far as like villains and stuff too, if there's a bunch of villains and I'm just saying there could be a lot of figures coming from this movie.
In the past from any of the Garfield or Maguire movies yet? For Hot Toys?
I don't think Hot Toys.
Electro, right?
Yeah, Electro, right?
Electro?
Because if they did Electro, they got the Jamie sculpt, so at least there's that. And then you got to think about it. All they got to do is just do the Doc and Goblin and Sandman.
Right? Do they have?
I mean, there's a lot.
I wouldn't be shocked if they have a Defoe sculpt from something. Do they do like a Boondock Saints ever?
Or anything that was a DeVoe character?
They'd probably have to make stuff.
That would be
awesome. You know what I think?
But then they would have to do a Willem Dafoe one because a lot of people would just hate to have only just the god awful like
The
Dante.
helmet.
Mysterio, same
Dante?
thing.
Yeah.
What-
What were you saying, Dante?
Yeah,
sorry. I didn't-
no. What I wanted to say is that you see that the trailer was the most watched trailer ever,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Even more
yeah.
than the Avengers, right? So I have a feeling that this movie is gonna be a hit, and don't be surprised if this is gonna be another, Avengers Endgame 2.0 type of things, that you're gonna see a bunch of characters. And most likely that's what's going to happen, because this is the opportunity to reissue a bunch of stuff, to give a new characters like the Green Goblin, the Doc Ock. We have the Sandman, maybe the Lizard, which I don't know I don't know if it's the right name, whatever. But
No, Lizard's correct.
No, you're good.
and and then the other Spider-Mans for the other
Rhino.
movies. So,
Yeah.
Rhino. So
Oh, God,
it's gonna be a money making machine. If the movie does really good, expect a bunch of figures, because
yeah.
they cannot wait. They cannot skip that chance to make the money for sure.
And this is
100%.
not going to be the last movie that's going to deal with these characters, because if this movie follows suit of creating like a Spider-Verse, basically,
Mhm.
it's fine. Don't worry if Hot Toys does not have or doesn't release another like Sinister Six style figure. Like if they don't do a Lizard this time, or like a Doc Ock or a Scorpion, they will, because this isn't going to be the end of any of the Marvel cinematic or what Sony has relabeled the Spider-Man verse or the Spider-Verse.
Mhm.
There's going to be more coming. So like we get what we get from the movie.
Yep.
But there's going to be more coming.
Well, and they're gonna
There's
cross
doubt.
all that over too, because let's not forget. I know it's been a little bit quiet, but I mean we've got the Morbius movie coming too.
Oh yeah, I forgot that they made that.
So
It's a part in it's supposed to be the same universe as like Venom, I think. It's the Sony verse before they switched to the Sony Spider-Verse.
yeah, but didn't they have a picture of like Spider-Man in that on the wall or something?
Yeah, there was like a wanted poster or something that was on. Yeah, so they were claiming that. Yeah,
so it's all gonna be tied in. So I think they're gonna go off on their own big Spider-Verse type thing.
There's gonna be no. Yeah, there's going to be no loss. Like in Spider-Man villain characters are going to come out in Hot Toys. If a villain comes out in a movie, they're going to do it. Like there's no way that they're like, because if you're going to do Marvel-based figures for Hot Toys, it's always going to be Iron Man, Spider-Man, and if X-Men comes out, then that's going to just destroy anything. But those are like the main ones that when Hot Toys does Marvel, those are going to be the IPs that they focus on.
Yeah, it's just Hot Toys doesn't do a lot of villains,
No, but I think they're gonna know. Like the trailer, people are freaking out over the villains. All the little Easter eggs that they had in that trailer, that's gonna show that there's probably a room for villains in Hot Toys. Because
there definitely is.
Heroes.
No, the problem.
And I think this is gonna show them.
The reason they don't do as much villains as they do heroes is that heroes sell by themselves.
Yeah.
Villains do not. First of all, and if you're doing a villain, that means you're not doing a hero.
Yeah, I kind of see that, because they are the heroes are the heroes. That's like they're gonna sell.
Nobody. Oh, I got Hot Toys. What did you buy? The Lizard Man. What else? No, that's it. And then you have the Lizard Man.
People are going to pick up Spider-Man or,
the
average.
The only exceptions you ever see to that are like the Joker or something like that. That's an iconic.
Right.
It becomes more, but that's the thing. It becomes more than a villain. It's like Darth Vader. Darth Vader is different. It's more than a villain. Since we talked about Darth Vader, I don't know why. I've got a question for Dante in regards to the launch of the speeder bike. How do you feel about the launch of the new speeder bike? Are you getting it?
How do I feel? Yeah, I'm getting it. And I have a show. I don't know if you guys seen it. It's called 6 Gallon Filter with that I do with Easy, company collectibles. And we were talking about the reissues and how this is a really interesting one, because this is technically they pretty much use the same thing of the speeder bike and the Scout Trooper from Mando. They just fix a few things here and there on the Scout Trooper. Especially the part from the torso. It was a bit wider.
Yeah.
But then, other than that, it's pretty much different paint, and then they repaint the speeder bike. Maybe a few little pieces change here.
Yeah,
and
but
there,
it's basically
minimal. Pretty much 98% of the same thing. So it was, and and I think Rod was talking about somebody was talking about reissues.
Probably Rod.
Right?
Yeah.
That he said that
That's my cue, folks.
Yes. So this is what we were talking about the reissues the other day. I'm not against reissues, right? I'm against when you reissue only one particular line and forget about the others, right?
Right.
I would prefer if they do a re-release, kind of like a reissue disguise type of things, where you add something new. And we said this many times in our previous shows. If you're gonna do something, just add something new, right? Yeah. Add a weapon, add an extra hand, an extra knife, or something. Like what they did with the Whiplash, right? They pretty much reissued the figure, but they upgraded the head sculpt. They make some changes here and there. So technically, it's a 2.0, right?
Exactly. No, that's literally what I defended before you were here. Because I was saying, when I say I'm against reissues, is that I'm against a complete reissues. When you reissue the same character with no differences at all on the boxes. Because the thing is, you take from the person that already has that, already collect that, the option to get it again, because why would you get the exact same one?
Yeah.
So if you add a head, or whatever, a base.
Right.
Even.
There are changes, though. If you notice, please correct me if I'm wrong, any of you guys. The Mark 47, for example, right? It was a reissue, but technically the packaging was different, right? It was a different type of packaging.
It was.
So for collectors that like to collect
the box,
they will get both, because it's literally it's the same figure. Yes, it's a great figure, by the way, but different packaging, right? Right there is a something that you will be more encouraged to buy. Same thing happened with the Vader 40th anniversary, right? Or the Boba Fett, right? Pretty much different packaging. Boom.
Yep. Yeah, and it's really the same. Yeah, exactly right. I mean, it's the same thing, just a different package.
So those are the little things that we always. It's a fine line, because again, more senior collectors, some of them they really against it. They don't like they don't like riches, because they wanna when they buy something, they want to know that or they want to have something that is valuable, and when it's sold out, they know they got it, nobody else got it, right? But all the people like who started collecting recently miss out those figures. They don't want to pay $4,000 for freaking Market 47 or like $1,000 for.
But then Dante, like I used to say, the thing is, it's not that these people are actually against. They are for reissues. They're actually against reissues. They just want those that they didn't get, which is a different thing.
Well, it's kind of rough too, because in my eyes,
it was a fine line, yeah.
And being, I think most of us. Well, I know Dante, Rod, Shane for sure. I know you guys too, but we're like Star Wars. We're Star Wars, man. Like, I love Marvel too, but it's like I picked up the speeder bike, in Trooper, and I get Hot Toys as a business, totally. But like, had I known that right around the corner, Return of the Jedi was coming out,
I'll just get both. That's it.
Yeah, but see, I wouldn't have. Just personally, I would have just picked up 2 Return of the Jedi, two packs, two speeder bikes, 2 scouts, and I would have just. And I would have skipped the Mando, right? But they knew, and I should have thought about it. I'm like, they got the mold. Why wouldn't they do it? But
you're an OT guy too, see?
Right. I prefer. I mean, I like Mandalorian. It's good. It's just.
But what I mean is that you're like OG first, and then the rest. Because for example, for me, it's Star Wars. If it came out one in purple, I would still get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
I get it.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I've kind of got like this like totem pole, you know what I mean? And your original trilogy is like the top.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then I just prioritize from there.
For example, if they decide to come out with the same freaking character that they just launched like 5 years ago, exactly the same, and because that takes from me the option of actually getting it. Because why would I? It's literally the same. Just put a freaking base different. A base, extra weapon, whatever. So that allows me to actually get that.
Right,
too,
and it is. And well, like Dante was saying too, like with what was the 47? They had a different box, right?
Yeah, different box.
I mean,
everything, yeah.
is the start, you know.
I know it's not much,
Hey guys,
but they do try to distinct it.
A little early.
Go, Randy.
Oh no, all right, Randy, no problem, bro.
I'm running to that movie.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go see it right now?
No spoilers.
I'll see you guys next week.
All right, bud. All right, take care, buddy.
Let's not get stuck into the reissue thing. I was just want to get.
No, it's a good topic. It is a really interesting topic, and collectors need to know all the perspectives, you know, because when it is fair point, and I respect all opinions and all, because obviously everyone is different. Everyone thinks about stuff in a different way, and nobody's right, nobody's wrong. This is the point I want to make. Like, I'm not right because I said it's good. I'm not wrong because I said it's not. And sometimes in the community, you know, you see those people that push you to kind of like agree to them when you don't. You know,
right. They want to like
speak up. It is good to say your point and respect.
It's good to have different,
exactly, and that's what makes it interesting. You know, the way you express your opinions. You know, it doesn't mean that I'm the know the truth. Nobody is. You know.
No, and to be fair, Dante, it's not because I think whatever I think that's going to happen, because, you know, unless I actually own Hot Toys, it doesn't matter.
Right. No, yeah, I get that.
How they want it to be, you know?
Right. And just to close this topic, at the end of the day, you know, Hot Toys is a company. So what they're going to do is try to make money. And
that's
what is the easy way to make money? Reissuing figures that were hot.
That they want.
And are currently high in the market because they want their cut. That's a fact.
Well, it's the unfortunate side effect of the market.
What Anthony was mentioning is like they'll look at the market. They'll watch what collectors are buying and selling at, and if they notice an increase in it, they're going to go, hey, look, these people are willing to spend 3-4 times as much as retail. Why not just release a new one? And
Hot Toys isn't stupid. They're always watching and listening.
Yep.
And all sides of them, you know what I mean? And when you see, like we said, that the War Machine, when War Machine Mark 1 selling for $700-800 nonstop, they're gonna, you know what I mean? They're like, we're gonna there's a demand for it. Let's reissue it. Why don't we get the money? We have the molds, you know, we have everything made.
Let's not get stuck into this, Anthony. Otherwise, that's never gonna happen.
Right.
But, Dante, did you actually get the Grievous? Or by yourself or no?
Yeah, I actually put the review a couple of days ago, I think.
Yeah, he had his review.
Did you get the previous one, or did you just get the new one?
No, I got the new. I didn't get the previous one. I refused to pay that much money for. I wanted to get it though. At one point, I was this close to get it, and I knew the issues. I knew all that. I did my research, and then I said, you know what? I'm just gonna wait because Hot Toys is gonna come with it anyways. At one point, it's gonna. They gotta do it.
Yeah. So, and that's what we were saying earlier.
And then when I saw the reissue from Sideshow, you know, saying that they're gonna fix the joints and they're gonna all the BS that we already know, I got two actually, right? And I got two, yeah. So I did the review. I mean, don't make me wrong, the figure looks good. I mean, the figure is a good looking figure if you don't touch it, if you just leave it like Shane has it in the back with a nice pose.
Right.
Beautiful.
Like that took me 45 minutes.
As soon as, exactly, man, I'm going to tell you guys, this was the most difficult review I ever done. I've been in YouTube for a year and change, but it was so hard for me, especially when I do my poses. Oh my God, I was struggling so much to freaking balance the figure because I was afraid, and this is my thing, I always break things. I'm rough when I'm handling stuff. So I'm thinking this figure won't last 5 minutes with me, but you know what? I'm gonna handle it with so much love that this figure is gonna fall in love with me, man. I did it so slowly, man, and the joints are horrible. That's not a secret. You know, if you see my review, I put the hand like this and then boop, comes down. And then it stays, and then I just shake it a little bit, comes down again. You can see some paint chips on the side. So it was really bad. And for a 285, let's don't count the taxes, don't count the shipping. Let's just put the figure how it is, the price. The 285, yes, I know all in is more than 300. But for that price tag, and
that was my biggest thing.
Telling us that it's gonna be a figure with no issues whatsoever, and then you have all these issues. I'm like, wow. And this to me, this was the perfect time for Sideshow to redeem themselves.
Yeah, to step up. Like,
And
that's what we were saying earlier.
I got you guys. But to me, this, and even I think I said it when I was doing the review, if you turn the base, it says 2014.
Yeah.
And yes, I know that because they're reissuing it and they're using the same mold for the base. I understand that. But I was wondering, I mean, this is pretty much the same thing. Maybe they tied the joints just a little bit, but it's still not enough to hold the weight. And they could have done so many things, especially for the price tag. They could have added like maybe some die-cast pieces on the legs.
What about that cape, man? What about that cape?
The cape looks good. I like the cape.
Yeah, the cape.
The cape looks good. It was the first thing I saw. The tailoring was very nice. Kind of like a really Hot Toys quality when I saw the cape. The cape, just please kill me. Just the cape.
One piece at a time. They're gonna get to the Hot Toys quality. One piece at a time.
One piece at a time. So I think that the hilts were okay. It was like painted and that's it, right?
Yeah, they're pretty
cheap. When you see a Hot
cheap.
Toys hilt, you can see like it's painted in a different way. It's more crispier. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like HD compared to not HD.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, with Shane, like, what really is bad with yours? I mean, was it just hard to pose, or his arms are falling off, or did you get kind of lucky?
Those top arms are balanced on the bottom. I had them. You have to turn them just a certain way, the shoulder part, so that you can put like right here. Oh, I'm pointing at the friggin' screen.
That's all right.
I don't even know where I'm pointing. Like, these arms right here. No, those seriously, they're just like laying down on the other ones. Like if I were to move the bottom ones, they would fall. The bottom ones, the only way they're up is at the elbow. The elbow joint is okay, but at the shoulder part, they're just hanging, literally there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just it was a feat. But that base, from what I remember, that base when I've seen it before was shiny, but mine looks like they took like it was scratched with like
a Brillo
right?
pad.
Does it look like almost like a Brillo pad that gets faded a little bit and like stripes? It looked
like it was holed up in a warehouse for a couple of years, and someone just happened to just come across it and went, "Hey, we have all this."
Yeah, and I think when I was watching Ryan's review of it, it has the same scrapes on there too. Like it's rough, but it looks like a base that should be shiny.
Right.
It is.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. It's a base that should not exist. It's a base that should not exist. That's like the worst base engineering in the history of mankind.
Yeah, the base is weird. It is really weird. And yeah, I mean overall, I mean the figure again looks good if you don't touch it. But for that price tag, you want to do some poses, and I struggle, but.
You're not buying a statue. You're buying a posable figure for your collection. So that's where it's like, why is it just going to be something that just is static?
Oh, wait, what do we got there, Shane? Let me see.
Out of the box. Out of the box.
Just out of the box, huh?
Wow.
Out of the box. Wow.
I pulled it out of the box. These were just laying in there.
Really? Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I heard that's with a lot of people. So it's like, they got some damage control.
Though.
Yeah, it seems like you were lucky, other than just the really, really slow posing, because he's gonna just.
Did you open both of them, Dante?
No, I opened one and then I sold the other one.
So the other one that you didn't open, maybe wasn't that lucky.
Yeah, well, regardless, I know who bought it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mail them the parts, because they're gonna send us the parts, the joints.
Well, fair enough.
I'm gonna keep the $10 though. Not that it means a lot, but
I know, right? Yeah,
that's the main part.
Yeah,
and if you guys haven't, or anybody else
in the parts over
in the channel either, man, check out Dante's channel too, man, because I love watching all your reviews, and he did, and when we watched that, I watched that with you when you premiered that Grievous, and it's just like it's hard, right? It's hard for you to try to be real about it without like completely shitting on it either, because it's like
it is. Yeah, when you do reviews, it's a fine line between. I think when you do reviews, you need to be kind of like positive, even if you have handling something negative, and try to be as fair as possible when you do. If you do scoring like I do, right? Try to be as fair as possible. Obviously anything below, anything from 6 too low is kind of saying this is a shit figure,
right.
you know, without saying it, right? Because think about it, right? If you buy a Hot Toys figure, would you put a 6.5 on, I don't know, on a 2D2, for example, 6.5, or, you know, you won't, because if you spend that much money, it's because the figure is a good figure, at least minimum a 7.58. You know, so that's when I do my scores. If you notice, it's always in the range of 8.5, 8s. You know, I don't put 7s because the figure is good to me. So I cannot put something that to me looks good, put it like a low score because all the people maybe don't like it. I would be lying to myself, first of all, and lying to the viewers. So that's why, you know, I want them to make the judgment. And I've been lucky enough that a lot of people, most of the people, I will say, agree with the score. Maybe they say, you know what, instead of 8.5, should it be at 8? It's fine, you know. It is in that range. You know what I'm saying? Everyone is different, obviously, but
and it's really hit or miss, because like we were saying before earlier when Leo was on with us too, is that like there's a lot of fans of the figure, so it's hard to just be like, don't waste your money, don't buy this, like, because you might really like it. Like Shane, same thing. You were gonna buy it no matter what.
Yeah.
Do you want to?
I was gonna deal with it.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, because I didn't buy because I already had the first version of the figure, and I didn't trust them to fix anything, which I was right.
Good call. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But the fact is, if I didn't have the first version of the figure, I would still buy this one because I wanted the figure. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Even knowing the issues, I would still buy it. I would buy it best, but I would still buy it because, you know.
Yeah, and I think that's why I'm keeping I'm keeping the figure though. I'm not getting rid of it. I'm gonna wait until I get the joints, fix it, and just continue, move on. You know, because I wanted to have that figure, so I kind of knew. Well, actually, I'm gonna lie. I didn't know that. One of my friends actually called it. You know, Desi from ManOfHotCollectibles Customs. He called it, and he was kind of like, you know what? I think it's gonna be a same reissue, and I think it's gonna be the same thing. And then when Sideshow said, no, we're gonna fix this, it's gonna be improved that, and then when the figure came out, I'm like, damn, you were right, my friend.
I think people didn't expect them to really outright lie in our faces like they did. So when they actually said, literally, no, we will fix this, we will fix that, people took into, you know, they can't be lying like that. That's just too much.
Well, like I said, I canceled it in May. You know, it came out, I had it for like, I had it on my cart and then pre-ordered for like maybe 2 weeks. And I lost the non-refundable, but I was like, I'm out. Like, it didn't even take, you know, I just had to think about it for like a week or so. And I'm like, I don't think it's gonna, because I watched the video, you know, and they're like, yeah, we're improving all this stuff. And I'm like, it doesn't really, I don't know. To me, it doesn't look like you did anything to this figure. And I guess maybe that's just the cynic in me. So I was just like, I'm out. Like, we'll see what happens. And it's Sideshow, right? So if it comes out and it's an amazing figure and everybody's raving about it, it's still going to be in stock, you know, or they'll come out with another batch. So I was like, I'll pick it up then if it's, you know.
What I think is that now that they push it to December to fix the issues, so maybe the second batch is going to be better.
Hopefully.
So maybe I mean, because if it comes like horrible like this one, then it's going to be a huge problem.
It's probably gonna have to come horrible though, because it's not going to be fair for everybody who bought it.
No, I really hope I'm wrong, but I think they're going to fix nothing.
Yeah, they made the joints that you're talking about that they're going to mail you guys. That might be just the only thing they're going to do. Because what if they redo it and it's like way more than just that? Then I mean, everybody's going to be upset, right?
Yeah. The reason I don't believe they're going to fix it is the approach they taken into attacking and banning all the streamers from their channel. So it's the kind of approach that you would take if you're just saying, you know, I don't care. Just, you know, deal with it. That's it. Anyway.
Yeah.
I've got a question.
I mean, we'll have to see.
I've got a question for you. Do you have any news on our buddy Rex?
Me?
Yep.
I do have some news. Well, that one is coming, definitely coming. I think it's gonna be next week though.
That's what I was thinking.
I think it's gonna be next week. I know Iron Patriot is coming out. That one, Ahsoka, and we discussed this at previous shows ago. Even the Hulk, that was in the list of coming next. I would not be surprised if had to start pushing figures that were supposed to be released later in the year, like Anakin from Clone Wars, like the Transport Trooper. Those are Stormtrooper type of figures. I think those are you're gonna see sooner. The offshore trooper, all those, you're gonna see those. And another thing I was told is we're gonna have a very busy Q4. So get ready because you're gonna have a lot of things coming out because of what happened with Mark 85, and it's happening. And again, I have some information. That sometimes I cannot say everything because they told me not to say.
Well, naturally, yeah. I mean, we never really can.
In general.
That's why I asked you because I knew that you sometimes get some info, and I know that I had so many people actually already upset with this Rex so for example, I literally bought the Rex from 2 different places. At the time, I didn't know it was a pre-order. I don't know what I was thinking at the day. I was like, oh, it came out, so I'm just going to have to buy it. And then I went to buy it. I literally paid in full. And I was like, oh, no, this is actually a pre-order. So I did that already twice. So, and I heard a lot of people actually looking for it because of it's one of the main characters on Clone Wars. I didn't actually follow Clone Wars at all. I just got it because it's Star Wars, and that's an addiction problem for me right now.
Just looking at that stamp logo, Star Wars, boom.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. If it came out with anything except that creature from episode 1, that didn't happen. I would get it. No, that didn't happen. I don't know.
If they released the Hot Toys Jar Jar, you're gonna. Is that the one exception to Star Wars you would not buy? If he comes out tomorrow, they show all the photos, and he is movie accurate, silly Jar Jar Binks.
I would buy it.
Yeah.
Make it in pieces and then put it at the floor, like being killed by the clones or something like that. Because that's how much I hate that character.
Yeah, I kind of. I'd still buy it.
So you wouldn't get a Jar Jar, but would you get a Boss Nass? The giant frog, the one that kicked him out of town.
The leader.
Yeah. Maybe.
That guy. Because that man is everyone's hero. He had the nerve to kick Jar Jar out of the city.
That's his redeeming feature.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I doubt they'll ever do that. But I mean,
no, they won't.
No, I mean, but as far as what you're saying with Rex, though, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this month, maybe next week.
Man, that's almost like if they were going to do like a Hot Toys Little Annie.
Right. The problem with that though too is that I mean he's already been kind of sought after, and I don't really mess with the market too much, but I mean I'm sure Cody's gonna jump up again too.
Yeah.
Once Rex comes out.
Well, we have an extra Cody.
I think the Rex is gonna probably have the same body of the 501st Trooper, which is actually one of the best bodies.
That's what I've been hearing.
Trooper.
Yeah.
And probably it's gonna have ratcheted joints on the arm, so you don't have that issue that a lot of people had with Cody, including myself. But mine actually was a broken piece.
Oh.
But I have to take the body apart and fix it. I fixed it myself actually, and now it looks like a rock. I mean, it's actually pretty good.
Hey man, see you and Shane, man. That's all Shane back. Look at all that stuff back there he's got.
I know. I was looking at that Clone Wars.
Oh yeah, go ahead and give him a show. Let me give him
this guy right here. He's on that. This is Cody's body.
You know what I was thinking?
Body and put it on him.
You know what I was thinking? I was thinking to get another 501st Trooper and then swap the pieces from Cody and put it in the 501st. It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Get the bracers and just because all it is a brown stripe on.
I confess that I was literally thinking about getting 10 501st right now.
He'll do it. He'll do it. He'll do it.
No, I was literally thinking about getting 10. But now with Rex coming out, I don't know anymore because I have to wait maybe a couple of weeks then.
Well, what about?
I think Rex is either next week
Or the following.
Or the week because they released 2 figures already, right?
Yeah.
Technically, the Venom was yesterday, so it was September. So Hulk was what, Monday, right? So Hulk was Monday. So that's wait, was Hulk Monday? Yeah, it was Monday.
Right.
So Hulk was Monday, which was August, right? So August is done. Now, where was I? September. Venom.
Okay.
That was the first figure. So it was supposed to be 4 figures this month. So I have a feeling that either we're gonna see next week either Rex or the Iron Patriot.
Yep.
One of those two. Then probably
What's
is gonna be
the other on the next week.
Yeah, the next one probably is gonna be Ahsoka. I think that one is gonna be later in the month. And then I heard Pennywise.
Really?
Which I can wait.
Okay.
Yep, he should. Yeah, I'm thinking he's gonna come too.
I'm good with that one.
Yeah, but
I have a third party one of that.
I mean, that's what I heard. I mean, we could be wrong. I'm just gonna, just disclaimer.
What was your Rex there, Shane? You were trying to show.
Oh.
Is that a custom Rex?
No. It's the sideshow.
Sideshow one.
Oh.
Yeah, with probably one of the best sideshow clone bodies I've ever received. He holds any pose.
Well, and then you've been working on your custom Obi-Wan back there too. That's almost done, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one looks good.
I gotta paint. I gotta do some paint, and then I'm not happy with the belt. It's a Qui-Gon's belt, so I really want to get an Obi-Wan belt. So.
Do you paint them yourself, or do you send it to someone else to paint it?
Yeah, no, I paint them myself.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, his area is a constant.
Yeah.
And then
graveyard
I need some
of
videos with
parts
fixing up, the broken things,
Right?
I love painting.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
That right there takes some real painter skill and focus to do the miniatures like that.
Yeah.
It also takes a magnifying glass when I'm old now.
Yeah,
but
that's because you're old, so.
No, yeah, I mean that's definitely. I want to see when you finish that Obi-Wan, because I mean I'm sure we're gonna get one obviously sometime, but I like that, I like how you built that, and your Mando. Where's your Boba Fett? You move him?
I got him. Yeah, I did. I wanted a clone theme.
Okay.
Since the clones were out now, but so I got my Mandos in a different spot now.
I swear to God, I saw the little ears, and I was like, "Is that a Grogu?" And then the ears moved, and I was like, "How's that moving?"
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. See, I'll go ahead and give you a. Whoop, wrong one, guys. Here we go.
That was you.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Shane right there.
Oh, jeez. My cat's in my way. But yeah, he's looking pretty good. I did custom leather belt and
nice.
Very cool.
I mean, he's looking all right. He's looking pretty good. He's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he looks great.
So,
he looks great.
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw that, Dante. Sorry.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, okay.
Here we go. Here we go. In hand.
Well, he's pretty big.
Yeah,
he
is pretty big.
Oh, the glasses came off. Well, that's cool.
What's that about Thanos size?
Thanos size, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good. It's actually a pretty good figure. Ratcheted joints everywhere.
Can the shirt come off?
Oh, really?
No, but there's 2 pieces. Like, I don't know if you can see. Hold on, let me do.
Oh, it is separated, so you can turn them at the torso, but you can't get the shirt off.
No, you can't. I mean, maybe you can. There's a zipper in the back, but there's no little thing that you can unzip it.
Oh wow. Okay.
So you can't tell if is he green under there?
Is he fully green? Because if he is, it might be possible to get that shirt off if you can work that zipper. Because he would look great without a shirt as well.
Yeah, it will look. Maybe some customizers. Maybe Shane can paint it if I take this off.
Because I wasn't sure if the whole body was green or not. This
is the
there we go. There we go.
Hulk size 85 gauntlet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna put the video in a few minutes, so you guys can. I mean, if you wanna.
Yeah. I'll definitely.
I'll
definitely watch it. I want to see how.
It's a really good figure. It's a bit hard to pose, because of because of the suit. There's some limitations on the suit.
That's the one thing that
But Hulk is not Spider-Man, man. You're not gonna do like some super crazy dynamic poses. This is just one little pose, and that's good.
Yeah,
But
almost like a power pose, just
What's the?
He's like a bulldog. He doesn't do much, just stands there.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty good figure, actually. I'm very happy with it. Yeah, and also, this is worth to mention because I see a lot of pictures with people comparing this Hulk with the other Hulk, with the Age of Ultron, or the original Avengers, which is bigger. And there's a reason behind it, right? Because this is more like a hybrid type, right? This is half Banner, half Hulk, so have to be in between, right? And they made it on purpose because when I actually put the size comparison with Thanos in the video, you'll see it's pretty much the same height, and they actually look really good together, displayed together.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is a good figure. I definitely recommend it if you haven't or pick it up. Just it's a good figure. Actually, I'm very happy with it. Very, very happy.
Very cool.
Especially the head sculpt.
Yeah, I thought the head sculpt was great. The head sculpt's great looking. So I was just, I'm kind of.
That's the shining thing about it. The head sculpt and the gauntlet. Those look amazing.
And that's what, 375.
Yeah, I think it was 375.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Not bad at all. Yeah.
Yeah. See, it'd be nice. So, like what you were talking about earlier, Anthony, like how we mentioned it. I would love to be able to, if he was able to like change clothes and just create like Professional Hulk, like how Shane does his customs. It'd be great to put him in like an actual like trench coat with the glasses and everything, and actually make cool. Professor Hulk.
Yeah,
because that's what he is. Like we know that's what we call him because that's in the comics. But other than like it for movie accuracy, it does look good.
It does look good. The head sculpt was a huge improvement. Very, very impressed. I'm very happy with it, to be honest with you.
And that's what we were talking about earlier too. Like you were saying with the, the whole Mark 85 thing. I think was maybe small, but it was definitely a turning point for Hot Toys because so many people were just like, yo, like I don't have a Mark 85. At all. And my whole problem was when it first came out and I was like, I'm not really a fan of the head. And then all this talk started coming out and they're like, hey, we're working on a new sculpt for everybody and we're listening to everybody. I thought maybe later they would just be packaged with the new sculpt. And it's just been this kind of, for a normal collector or even for someone maybe more like us too, even it seems like it's difficult. It's a difficult process, to be like, I just want to buy him and have a sculpt. Now they're like, no, he's still being packaged with the old sculpt, but you can mail it out and then we'll mail you, and then update it. It's just like, so I now that they're listening to things like that, I like you were saying, like they really are working more towards like saying, okay, we're going to have a lot better sculpts. Or, like this, I didn't expect the Hulk to get an update. And that was just a few days ago when they announced it. They're like, here's the new sculpt progress. We've updated it. Like, so I think they're going to be doing that, like you said, with like a lot of figures coming forward. And like with Wanda, they did that, right? Same thing.
But that's like one of what we mentioned earlier, like the difference between a company that listens and actually like notices that they made a mistake. They notice it and they work on it. Like they own up to like, hey, our bad. We did our job. We thought it was good, but we heard you. So moving forward, when they have all these new figures coming out, because look at the Shang-Chi. It's just moving forward. You could see that Hot Toys is listening and working on, hey, let's make sure one of the boxes we need to check before we release our promo pictures to show our customers of what's possibly coming out is let's show them what they've been asking for. Like the first thing, even on pre-orders, on announcements, is show them great sculpts. Because as for collectors, that's one of the things that makes the figure look like the character.
And those are,
I think,
we said it, but those are phenomenal looking sculpts.
Yeah, and just seeing how they're doing with the new Hulk and Shang-Chi, hopefully they're listening to fans and they're working on. Like, so they don't have to do the whole, ship us your old one, we'll ship you a new one, because no one's going to want to do that. Like maybe for one character because they made a mistake on one character, but they're not going to do that for every character moving forward.
No, but I mean, everything they're doing so far, like, because I mean, think about it, we're September now, so like this whole year, I mean, it was a little slow, right? The beginning of the year, we were having that drought, but they've been pretty consistent, and I think pretty much every figure that's come out this year has been pretty much top notch, right? I mean, I haven't really seen anything that was not that great. I mean, even the people that like originally, like when Ray came out, a lot of people were giving the sculpt flack, and I got it, you know, like day one, right? Like as soon as it was out, I got that Ray, and I love that sculpt. So I don't know if it's like a subjective thing, and that's what's hard with Hot Toys, right? Because they may make a sculpt, and it's like they're like, this is amazing, like really, like in their eyes, they truly believe like this is awesome, and then you got a bunch of people that are like, eh. So it's like it's a hard, it's hard to gauge.
You need to take into account also the photography, which is sometimes not top notch. So,
yeah, that's true. What did we just see? I didn't think the photography was very good.
On which one?
It was just recently. Something didn't look. I'm gonna have to think about it. I don't really remember. We were just looking at something like last week, right? They released some photos. And I didn't think it looked very good, but I was like, it's probably the light.
Figure?
Yeah, I don't. What was it that I think we were talking about it last week. Do you remember? I'm not tripping, right? Like we were looking at something. I was like, the lighting just looked off. But whatever it was, I'll have to think, or I'll go look back at the other video. But that's a thing. Like the lighting can really make or break it.
The picture sometimes is just not representative of the truth of the figure. So sometimes we only know if it's good enough when we actually get it in hands, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Well, that's a huge thing. I mean, like I may not pick up that Hulk, but if I do pick up that Hulk, listening to Dante, it's like a whole different story, right? Because you have it, and you're like, wow, okay, this actually is a really good looking figure, or he's easy to, just all the parts, or like he's easy to pose, or he's just an overall great figure. That's the thing. Like you don't know sometimes with the picture. Like again, when I was talking about
why we watch,
yeah, exactly.
Because it's important to watch the reviews, so people just subscribe to ManOfHotCollectibles.
Oh, I agree.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Well, because and it is, and it's
actually right now it's uploading, so I'm just typing the tags, the thing.
Oh yeah. I got you.
I'm listening, so you can ask me questions and everything. It's not like I'm just ignoring you guys.
No, and it not at all. I totally understand, and that's what's good about it. I love everybody who does that. You, Ryan, Justin, even, I like that. I appreciate what everybody does for that. Like there's times like I've thought, Shane's thought the same thing. Like, it'd be kind of fun to do, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And especially if you're dealing with like a Grievous, like you were saying, or it's just like, it is a big pain,
Which, like I said, it must be appreciated for us collectors, to be able to actually see some reviews and get a feedback, like first-hand feedback, because on the picture sometimes it looks awesome, and it's actually not what it is.
Right. Oh, Marty. Yeah. Okay.
No, it was Marty McFly. That was what we were talking about.
Yeah. I mean, that's got to be coming. I don't know what's going on with that, because I've heard that the Doc and Marty are going to be like a Japanese exclusive. There's only going to be a limited run.
That's what I heard too. My friend is in Japan, so he told me that it's going to be exclusively for Japan. So I'm trying to get one.
So how do we go about getting this then? Are we spending an arm and a leg for this?
We need to kill somebody, and I'm just kidding. We need to sell something like valuable, maybe your heart or your brain. I don't know, something. It's gonna be expensive.
Kill somebody with a samurai sword in Japan after they bought it.
Yeah, because I want them. I want both of them. And that's a perfect example, though, too, right? That's not Back to the Future 2. That's Back to the Future 1. No. It's just
But then you have
2.0.
You kind of have to have the DeLorean, right? You kind of have to have the DeLorean.
2.0.
Yeah. And another thing is it's an upgraded head sculpt.
Yeah, everything's and I like it. I looked at for both of them. I was like, I gotta get them, because I love all the stuff that we get, right? But like I mentioned earlier, it really is it's just Marvel, Star Wars, and a little bit of DC right now. And that's like really all we're getting. Or, we'll get a couple, like, like you said, Pennywise, things like that here and there. And John Wick came out.
We got Tonto.
Yeah. Okay. Well, but either way, I'm looking. I guess the old. I want a lot of the old stuff, like Back to the Future, some RoboCop, Terminator, Predator.
Now I really felt old that you said that Back to the Future is old. Now I felt old.
Well, yeah, Back to the Future's old.
We are old.
I mean, yeah.
It's
only
like the 80s,
right?
I'm 25 only, so I don't know what you guys talking about.
So you're the youngest one, yeah.
No, I'm 41, my friend.
Yeah,
I'm old too.
I know. It's like, oh, it's only 35 years ago. It's not that old. And you look back, you're like, wait a minute.
Know, right?
Remember when you were a kid watching a TV show that's 35 years old? You're like, wow, this show's old. Like, you know, back then, like watching like I Dream of Jeannie or something, right? You know.
Yeah,
what did you watch? What did you watch?
Oh, when I was sorry. Go ahead. What?
What was the name of the series?
Wait.
Anthony, what was the name of the series you said?
I Dream of Jeannie.
I never heard of it.
Oh,
okay.
Not
for my time. It's not for my time.
Well, Andy Griffith, Happy Days.
No, not for my time.
Yeah.
Laverne and Shirley.
I love Laverne and Shirley too.
Am I losing everybody? Nobody. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, let's stop talking about old things.
Yeah, right. Well, point is if you were watching something in the 80s, right? If it was the 80s and you're watching something that's like 30 years prior, it'd have been aired in the 50s.
Yeah, I watched things in the 90s.
That's what I'm saying.
Though.
Sure,
when you're born in the 80s, you watch things in the 90s.
I watched whatever was on TV. Okay,
yeah.
I didn't have a choice, man.
And anything that was also
recircularized
when we were growing up that was syndicated from the 80s. Yeah.
And that's not even taking into account cross countries, because, for example, when I was young, I was in Brazil. Things would take like a long time to reach us there. It wasn't like the same time in the U.S. You know?
Okay, yeah, I get that. It's a little different, I guess, everywhere.
What we do is if we want to just go back and live in the 80s, we just got to move to another country.
True. Depending on the country, it's reaching there right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mork and Mindy.
Yes, Nanu.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at the picture I put on Instagram for the Hulk. I have actually more pictures coming, but actually that one was looks nice. I don't like to talk about my pictures, but sometimes when you take, I mean, I don't know if you guys take pictures, but like when I take pictures, you know, sometimes I'm like, I don't know, this is gonna be good, but then I put it, everyone likes it, but it's me that don't like it, and then when I look at it again, I'm like, oh wow, it actually looks nice.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm trying to pull it up right now.
I usually put myself down, you know, when it comes to pictures.
I think
you see, Anthony, you see what happened with my camera, right?
Yeah.
Wait,
do you
what?
see that it turned black? Do you see that it turned black?
Yeah.
This is what I was telling you.
That's what you were saying earlier. Oh, okay, so your camera just after.
I think it's because it is connected. Well, we can talk about that later. I'm sorry. I was just
no, that's fine. But you're right. Yeah, because we were talking about that. Yeah, his camera will just shut off.
Off when we turn off here.
Yeah, I don't understand, but yeah, no, I mean, if you see on mine too, like I post pictures on my Instagram, but it's more just like, you know, I'm just taking photos, not necessarily like review side, but you know, I'm just having fun taking shots, and I think that too sometimes, and I'm like, you know, does this look cool? And then a bunch of people like it, and I'm like, okay, well, I did all right, you know.
Well, we were talking about with Randy about microphone. Dante's microphone is nice. I think it looks like a Yeti. Is it?
Yeah, this is Yeti. Yeah, it's Yeti. Yeah, when I started my channel, you know, my very first video was so. I mean, the actual visual was actually nicer, but the audio was horrible because I did it on my phone because I didn't have a mic or anything.
Oh, okay.
So I started doing some research, and you know what? This looks horrible. So I just bought this mic, and I love it. It's really good mic. You know, it's not that expensive, and it does good job.
It's good. Yeah. Like it.
Yeah, I had a Blue Yeti actually. In fact, I'm mailing it to Shane.
Oh, thank God.
That's right. Yes. No, I am. Yeah.
Mike, this is amazing.
Jesus Christ.
It is amazing because it's your mic.
It's amazing that it actually works. You know. Yes, it is amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, I got RGB.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, geez, yeah.
Makes it way better.
Yeah, you need to, when you have a channel, you need to invest a little bit in some gear,
that's
camera and microphone. If you wanna make, quality videos, right? Because this is the thing when you do YouTube videos, or videos in general, right? It all depends on the quality. You don't want to have a crappy video. So I mean, I'm not saying that using an iPhone is, I mean, iPhones are pretty good actually. I've done many videos using my iPhone, especially collection tours, because it's more convenient, when you opening the display cases and everything, and you cannot tell because it's 4K.
Yeah,
so it's that good.
Yeah, I agree. And it is like, I mean, I've got, there's a lot of investing, let's just put it that way. You know what I mean? And I still don't think it looks great. But that's just me. I'm just my own worst critic. I mean, and Rod knows, Sean knows, hell, you all know. Because I'm like, damn it, what is wrong? I gotta fix this. Like, I just don't stop until I'm like, till I'm satisfied. Right. It's hard because you're right though. You want it to be as good looking as possible.
Right, because at the end of the day, people are gonna subscribe to you because, first of all, because of your content, but also of the quality, right? And sometimes the quality, of the video maybe is not the best, but your personality is so good that people is gonna still subscribe to the channel. So it's really, I don't think it's a formula. Like, how many people is gonna subscribe to you because I can have a really horrible footage, but people love me because I'm fun. Or whatever,
right?
And they will subscribe, and that's
I agree.
That's the fact. That's the fact.
Yeah, I mean, look at Rod there. He's cycling. I don't know how many cameras he has now.
Yeah.
And now he's got a slider coming too, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's just but it is. It's an investment. But it's fun if you're into it and you. Well, like Donald's saying, you want to come off looking good and you have fun doing it, then it's worth doing, I think. But it isn't cheap,
it's not.
No,
it's not. It is especially cameras. And when I started this, I started collecting like 2015. Right after that, I decided to take pictures. So I got my first Canon EOS6, the ESLR, the RD6, I think it is, and I started taking pictures with that camera. But the funny thing is that I started using the manual mode, not like the auto mode. I started from manual from the beginning, so and it's hard to start like that because you need to, the aperture, the ISO, the shutter speed. You cannot like have a balance so the pictures can look good. And I still I mean I shoot in manual, but I still don't think my pictures are the best. I still think there is a lot of work to be done because I need to perfection the lighting part, which is the toughest part. When you perfection
and
that,
lighting's key. I mean,
you're gonna be good at pictures. So I think I take decent pictures, but
I think they're great.
But I'm not professional at all, and I don't consider myself a professional. I always say amateur.
What's your current camera that you're using for streaming?
This one is a Canon M50, and for my videos that I do on, for my reviews, I use the Canon R6, which costs me like a leg, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm using the R5, so.
Oh, the R5 is actually more expensive.
I know. That's why I know what you're talking about. So this is the R5, which is this one.
I wanted to get the R5. That was my first choice, but it was too much money, and I was thinking, what? I was starting in YouTube as well. I'm still new, so I'm thinking I don't want to spend that much money.
It's fair enough.
Yeah, because
no, exactly. That's how I feel.
Well, maybe my next upgrade is gonna be a much better one, right? Yeah. But I'm happy with what I have. I mean, it's actually pretty good.
No, yeah. And to be fair, I used to take photograph professionally, so I also have a 1DX. So this was my moving towards the mirrorless universe,
Right. Yeah, so you're on a different level. Like I'm very like amateur. So for me to get a $7,000 camera, even though I know how to use it, because I really know how to use it, but I'm not professional by all means. You know, it is expensive, right?
Yeah, of course. Unless it's making money for you, it just makes no sense, eh?
Yeah, right.
No,
I mean, I'm not making like super much money.
Because I mean, I think we'd all like to have that, but yeah, it's just the practical, right? You know, you're like, maybe, you know, if we were all just super well off and successful,
that would be nice.
Yeah, then you would have 4 of every hot toy instead of 2.
Yeah,
so true.
Yeah,
so true.
You know,
and if they're troopers, 10.
Right. I was the same way though too, Dante. Like when I started taking photos, I just went straight to manual. That was just right out the gate.
And it was the best thing. I always advise people, if you're gonna start taking pictures, doing manual. Don't do auto, because it's a struggle at the beginning, but learn. I mean, start step by step. Don't learn everything at one point, because you're gonna get nuts. But start with the first thing. Okay, the aperture, the ISO, the shutter speed. Put the light this way, put the light that way, you know, just play with it, you know.
And then you start messing with other lenses, and then you know,
and that's something that I'm afraid still to mess with different lenses, just because I'm afraid, you know, I'm afraid that I'm gonna get something. I mean, I know I'm gonna eventually learn it, but the thing is the time. You know, my time is very limited. Like after work is really tight, so. And I have 3 kids. I have a family, so it's a lot of things in my shoulders as well. So I can spend.
So you have a work outside of streaming.
Of course, yeah. This is my hobby.
And you have 3 kids.
Yeah.
And you're still married.
I'm still married. Yeah.
So that's
20 years.
Jesus, that's
21 for me. Good, congratulations.
Thanks, man. Hey, well, 20 next year actually, but I was with her like 21 years already, so
jeez, so
same thing.
That's like 4 different jobs together.
Yeah, it is tough, but I like to do it, you know. That's the thing. If you like to do it, it's fun. I mean, it's something that outside my day job, it makes me, you know, just forget about my normal routine and just do this and take pictures and just kind of distress myself, you know. But also the promise that I have to my viewers that I'm gonna put content on a weekly basis. I have to commit to that, you know.
Right. Yeah. So you've committed.
And when I was on vacation a couple of weeks ago, I actually pre-recorded my collection tour because that's all I had, and I have to put at least a video on that week, and that's what I did. Then I came back and started putting more videos because I have figures that I'm still reviewing. I have a few more that I'm going to be putting in the next few days. So, you know, it is definitely fun. You know, it is expensive though, but it's fun. And I like it. So
no, it is. It is definitely fun. And I was talking about that yesterday too. I was like, you know, if you ended up wanting to go somewhere, go out of town or whatever, if you know, it's just like you spend a while and you get a lot of content done. And then you can get that out while you're, because that's the thing, you know, it's consistency.
If you have the time.
Consistency. That's the word.
That's really the main thing. Because like you said, you know, we've seen other people that are, you know, either on cell phones or just regular webcams, but they have a nice following of whatever it is that they're doing, you know, so you don't have to like go extremely over the top unless you can, you know, but like if you're consistent with things happen.
Yeah, I mean, you cannot compare to the bigger YouTubers when you're starting, because you're going to kill yourself.
Yeah.
They've been doing it for years. You just started like a few months ago. So there's no freaking way you're going to get that much in. Oh, that's nice. Is that
Planet of the Apes?
Yeah.
Yep.
Who makes that?
The Gorilla General, I believe.
Exactly. That's General Ursus.
Yes, there you go.
That's Hot Toys.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
I've never seen that either.
It's one of the first ones.
That was
one of the first ones to start the collection. Yes.
No, not one of my first ones, because I just had to have it because when I saw it for sale, I know that this was one of the first ones, and it's the head scope. It's so good for the time that I just had to have it.
Nice.
Hey Max, appreciate that, bud.
All right, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go.
Yeah, no, it's good. I'm glad you're able to come on in, man. And I think we're probably gonna wrap up anyway.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking, right, guys? Because it's about that time. We're about in 2 hours, and
we should wrap it up. Yeah.
I need to attend to my premiere. I need to.
Yeah. I want to check that out. So
yeah, check it out. Let me send you the link if you guys want to see it. Anyways.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna watch it as soon as you pop it.
We'll flood your channel. We'll flood your channel with all the 5 of us.
Oh, nice. Thanks, man. I appreciate
it. No, I appreciate it. All right. Well, then,
guys.
Really
nice meeting you guys. Really nice meeting you.
Nice,
yeah, definitely. And we'll talk. If we want to come on in. Like I said, I think we're gonna do this like probably every Friday. As long as schedules permit.
You want, and you have time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually do a live stream next Friday on my channel, like at 9 p.m. Eastern, so around this time. So you're probably gonna be done by it anyways, because you start like 7:30. So you will not. I'll not speak to you, so we don't. Because I don't like when I meet people, when I know people, I don't like to overlap. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to give them their space, and then when they're done, I do mine. It's just professional courtesy.
Yeah, because we were doing stuff on Thursdays, but there's a lot of stuff going on Thursdays, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just
we moved to Fridays.
Yeah, let's do a Friday, and maybe and you're right. Everybody can kind of have. Hey, you know what? There's plenty of pie out there. A lot of people don't get that. Like, just do your stuff, have fun. So we'll definitely, and then we'll head on over there right now. Like I said, anybody still watching, come check out Dante's channel. I'm gonna watch that review right now with you.
I'm already waiting. I'm waiting on your channel.
Oh, thanks, man. All right, guys.
Yep. All right, guys. All right. Well, we'll see you next time, everybody.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye.